allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come.
Hello there.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun.
Take a moment to read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it. If you are going to be staying with us tonight, like the broadcast, and tell everybody that.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary.
Cewa kai ne mai gaskiyar lamarin?
To, gaskiyar lamari sojoji na kashe mu yan uwa makiyaya. Sun za ka tambaye su sun sani. Suka je suka kashe mu na makiyaya, suka kashe mu na yan uwa, suka je ga gidaje suka kama kashe mutanen da basu je basu gari ba. Muka je gaya ma wannan kaftin na sabon birni. Tun lokacin ana zaune lafiya suna gaya musu abin da ke faruwa wannan ƙauyen. Sojoji ne an kawo su, sai dai in wannan daga karmamin gona sai su ɗauko mota su je su kama kashe mutane. To shin su zaman su ba 'yan Najeriya suke tsarewa ba, saboda haka kashewar da muke muka je muka yi kungiya mu ma muka je muka rawa ma yan uwan.
So ba wai wancan kungiyar yan Boko Haram ba ce ba.
Mu ba mu da kungiyar Boko Haram. Ba mu san kungiyar Boko Haram ba, ma san abin da ake nufi da Boko Haram ba ma san shi.
Amma an ce kuna da alaka da su.
To wannan harkar mutane ce hudanda na koshi can cikin AC suna faɗa da suke so. Ba layan mu bane wannan, mu ba kungiya muke ta addini ba kungiya muke ta neman wani abu ba, kungiya ce muke ta kare yan uwanmu da rayukan su da ake kashewa a Najeriya. Ba mu da wata kungiya wadda muke mara ma baya mu.
Up north of Nigeria, those are the kings, terrorists. They later came back to say they are repentant terrorists too, right? And from my own understanding, the only repentant terrorist is a dead terrorist. Today. So good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. I don't know if you have come across the trending topic right now, and that trending topic, or should we say trending issue now, is that the Fulani terrorists, they have kidnapped a whole family who are also Muslims, and they demanded for 115 million naira ransom. Now, when they decided to, when they wanted to pay the ransom, they couldn't raise 115 million. So they raised 30 million and decided to take that to them. And the terrorists collected the ransom, and they told the people who brought the money where the body of one of the girls was dumped. So this has now triggered the reactions of the Arewas. And when I say Arewa, normally Arewa are supposedly the core Islamic North, okay? And for political gain, these fanatics, these political criminals, they will tell you Arewa is entire northern Nigeria. However, when the killings was going on in Plateau State, in the recent ones, though, not all the past killings, though, because it's the same in the past, though, this was not their reactions, okay? Because even at the time, they decided to change the narratives by telling everyone that the Christians that they murdered in Middle Belt part of Nigeria also killed Fulanis too. These are people who are in their own, in their own ancestral land and villages and communities. So did they travel from their villages and they went to Sokoto to go and kill Fulanis or what? So these were the guys who were doing, they did their best to change the narrative. And today, they are crying. And I am saying, you might have come across it or you probably haven't. So what they are doing right now is to sort of remind everyone or to alert everyone that the insecurity in Nigeria, that over 63,000 people were slaughtered in 8 years under Bokwari, they were in their slumber then. And as some of you probably have been paying attention, or if you haven't, don't worry, I will help you. You have seen their reactions now where they are calling for Tinubu And they are even calling for protests. I support that, by the way. Here you get. But there is something I need you to know. Their reactions towards this kidnapped family is not totally about the family. Now, for them making it as the contact point of the insecurity in northern Nigeria after its murderous years of Bokwari, should kindly tell all of us something. And somebody actually told me that, and they said, Maiyegun, these guys just don't like not being in control. I mean, total control. See, today you might be pointing fingers left, right, and center. Why is this one not talking? Why is that one not talking? Why hasn't that one talk? And this blah, blah, blah. If it is about talking, Baba, people have been talking. Including the terrorist sympathizers, political criminals of northern Nigeria. They too have been talking. But what have they been doing? They have been, in their will, they have been rehabilitating, reharming, and what have you, of these terrorists. That's what they have been doing, not what they are saying. And in 8 years, ladies and gentlemen, 8 solid years to speak up, against the killings that has now become, all over the country, was considered as an act against the northern Nigeria. Remember, simply because Bokwari, one of them, was the president of Nigeria, and they have the power. The power is not to keep their people safe. The power is not to lift their people out of poverty. Because if it's about power, they have ruled Nigeria more than any other part of Nigeria in 63 years existence of Nigeria. And when Nigeria popped up on the world map as a terrorist capital in Africa, the region that orchestrated that, funded that, using the same public fund to fund terrorism, is northern Nigeria. When these murderous jihadists started killing Christians en masse, like a full jihad, where over 50,000 Christians were slaughtered in the name of their jihad. When that news popped up all over the world, these criminals were those who put Nigeria on that map. When Nigeria became the poverty capital of the world, where over 60 to 70% of the total, the totally poor number of people in Nigeria domiciled in northern Nigeria, they were those who put Nigeria there too. And they wanted the entire place to be like them. So people said this because they are not in control. So now, protest is no longer around. Now, they are complaining that the southern Nigeria are not raising their voice up or raising their voice enough to speak against the killings in northern Nigeria, Middle Belt, and the rest of Nigeria. We did for 8 years. And they came. Meanwhile, I have a question before I continue. Remember these Muslim tickets? For those of you who have been on MaiyegunsDiary Politico for a while, you should remember all of the videos of, some of their clerics, talking about one Muslim is so good and 2 Muslim is the greatest, and it will help them to advance the cause of Islam in Nigeria. I have the videos. And El Rufaya came out and said they used Muslim tickets to win election. So I want to ask you, you that kind of believed them, apart from other lies you told yourself, okay? I'm talking about those of you who are watching me from northern Nigeria right now. What was your expectation when you believe strongly in that Muslim ticket? Did you believe that Muslim ticket is going to guarantee you safety and terrorism? Because I actually want to know what you expect. There must be something you expect. A lot of you said, I was everywhere, you know now, and I've been the one keeping record of a lot of your conversations, right? There are so many of you who said that you can never allow infidel to rule you. And that is automatically a no-no for somebody like Peter Obi. So what was what were your expectation as a Muslim who believed that this must be a blessing to Nigeria when Muslim come, right? I don't want you to begin to use your hypocrisy to start giving excuses. So I just want you to be honest with yourself for once. Because there are many of you who did this because it is Muslim. Yes, and you are proud. You are proud to have brought this upon yourself. You lived a life for so long. Now, be honest to yourself right now, this hour. What were your expectations? There must be something you expected that convinced you that because they are Muslims and this is Muslim, you don't care what anybody says about them because Islam said blah, 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 blah. And what were your expectations? That there will be no corruption anymore. There will be no terrorism anymore. Well, anyway, I may never get the answer from you. It's all right. The bottom line is that some of them are now coming out to say, this same Arewa people, they were coming out now to say they were scammed with the Muslim tickets. And the question was like, what were you expecting? There must be some certain things that Islam taught you that this guy said they used in getting to you. I think I had there where El Rufaya was saying something like that. I'm going to see if I can get that. Let's see.
Or say this kind of thing. I am hoping that this is not a man who has been extremely pretentious, who has been behaving in a way that made everybody believe that he's a different kind of person. So this is not someone that I honestly recognize. It's condemnable. Everything he has said in this video is condemnable. And I'm hoping he will still come out and say it was misinterpreted or that's not what he said. But if this is what he has said, this is condemnable, is despicable, is not acceptable for anybody in public office, anybody outside of public office.
They were accusing Peter Obi of what they are doing. Yeah, they said Peter Obi is the one using religion. I mean, you decided to bring Sheka Boko Haram, Shetima, with Pablo Escobar, the drug dealer, drug baron. And you know that these two are criminals, right? Then you pitted them together. I mean, they pitted them together. And they put them together as a team. And they said, Muslim. And then they turned around. They said, did you not see Peter Obi in church? Telling the church to take back their country. They are the one with Muslim, same religion. No. Now, people are now reacting. Now, for you reacting to say, in this country, with how divided this place is, even though your politician don't get any religion, but there's this mentality that just gives some of them like, you know, I don't even know why, right? But you remember, Sha? Then they started accusing others of what they are doing. El Rufaya, Gandola met with all these imams, all these sheikhs in Kano. And he said, this is the fight for the survival of Islam. He said it. That they must do everything to. Then El Rufaya came out and he said, we used it. Now, nobody will come out in Nigeria again and try to use religion to stop us from doing what we want to do. Which means, as long as it is Muslim, Christian, Christian, Muslim, but you will never have Christian. I mean, you have all that debate at the time. Then above it all, okay, but we now know, say, the criminals who use religion to deceive you, they now have the power. Even though some of them are not even calling the criminals yet. But make I give you some certain explanation as well. Your politicians who claim to be Muslims, they are not, they are criminals. Those who claim to be Christians, they are not, they are criminals. At least, for those of you who possibly feel like if you are educated and you are religious, it should be a plus. No, it is not. It is a curse. If you are really that religious. I mean, you can see all the criminals you have seen so far, right? So, under Bokwari, people were being kidnapped en masse. People were selling their properties to pay ransom to terrorists. Then a man who was appointed as the Minister for Communication, they said everybody must go and get NIN, BVN, MMN, DUNN, and every other NNN they can get. People started getting them. They said it's for security. If you don't have them, you cannot register your mobile line. And if you don't have a mobile line, you probably can never really, operate or exist, kind of, right? So it was meant to curb terrorism. They even made law. Remember, they actually had a law. And that law was that, nobody negotiates with terrorists. They said people shouldn't negotiate with terrorists. If you pay ransom or transfer money to terrorists, you are considered as a, as an enabler, and you will be arrested. And you will be jailed for not less than 15 years. And under Bokwari, like I said, where over 60,000 people, 63,000 people were killed, you can multiply that number by 10. That would be the number of those kidnapped in Nigeria during the year under review. So Issa Pandemic became a minister. And when the terrorism became so huge and people will never stop talking, I remember he's a terrorist apologist himself, all right? He's a recruiter as well. And I say this with a very, very factual, confidence. However, the first you see there is opposition planning to bring down Buhari, hyping insecurity in Nigeria. That was Issa Pandemic. We were talking. Or if you try anything against it, in fact, things got to a stage whereby people started encouraging self-defense. That people should defend themselves. Don't wait to be killed. That was considered as a threat to northern Nigeria. When they decided to set up Amotekun, for example, it was considered a threat to northern Nigeria. We saw all of that under Bokwari. Today, where Pandemic is now ex-minister, is now raising money for terrorists. They are raising money for terrorists. Arewa is raising money for terrorists. Right before our very eyes, all of us watching it. But that is not the end in itself. It's a means to an end. Suddenly, they wanted Tinubu, the one that told them that he will continue from where Bokwari stops. And he has done that. They massacred people in Benue. They killed people, they massacred people in Plateau. They killed people in Benue. They massacred people in Taraba. I mean, we have, sometimes I think I should add it too. Okay? In case some of you probably don't really know. You see this act of terrorism that says, that is not limited to northern Nigeria. It's also reigning supreme in Cross River State, in Akwa Ibom. You see that of Cross River is even worse because they share border with Cameroon. All right. Just recently, the Cameroon terrorists, okay, they jumped and crossed into Nigeria. And guess what? They slaughtered more than 80 people. I don't know why that didn't even make the news and caused reaction as it should. Cross River, Calabar, Cross River, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi. Okay. Yeah, Cross River, Calabar is their capital. So, Cross River State, the act of terrorism there are refugee people who have run away from their communities in Cross River State, refugees in Cross River State as you are watching this video. But it's actually not really, you know what I mean? Same thing with Ogun State. However, all of this, everyone watched Bokwari, APC, Egbekegbe, Pastor Ruga. Everyone watched them institutionalized terrorism in Nigeria. And that is why some people are now saying, if terrorists have been so emboldened to the point that they have invaded the federal capital territory of Nigeria, Abuja, how many times have I spoken to all of us here about the kidnappings going on in Abuja? Now, this particular one happened in Abuja as well. Bokwari and his gang, they set up what they called Operation Safe Corridor to rehabilitate repentant terrorists. How far has that helped? How far? It has further emboldened them, okay? To the point that where all the ransom money, people who used to sell their properties, majority of them have no properties to sell anymore. Now, let's talk about the story. The one that is now making the, making the Arewas, the hypocritical Arewa, to begin to gaslight everyone. Is because a Muslim family has been kidnapped in Abuja. And the terrorists that kidnapped them, they were demanding for 115 million naira. The family, during the operation where they were kidnapped, there was a brother to the man who was said to have gone to call the police. And then the police and the kidnappers engaged themselves. At the end of the day, the brother was killed and the man was eventually kidnapped and his 5 girls. Do you remember what I told you about Nigeria? And then may Nigeria not happen to you, may Nigeria not happen to me. And sometimes a lot of them, they just feel like it is it's kind of like a slight word against Nigeria in a way. May Nigeria not happen to you, may Nigeria not happen to me, but Nigeria will happen to all of us eventually, directly or indirectly. But the way Nigeria happened to us varies. There are some that when Nigeria happened to you, you may never live to tell the story. Others, when Nigeria will happen to you, if you live to tell the story, you will have a scar to show for it. It is simply because the corruption and incompetent leadership that you have in Nigeria has put the lives of everybody in danger, whether you are a northerner, a southerner, a Christian, or a Muslim. If you get sense, everybody is in danger, whether you are rich or you are poor. If you are poor, it's even worse for you. Do you understand? We are all disasters waiting to happen. You can keep flicking your fingers over your head 1 million times. As long as Nigeria continue to exist this way, we are all disasters waiting to happen. See all of us who are here today. Now, those of us who survived yesterday, do you understand? And yesterday's survivors, They are today's victims. Today's survivors. They are tomorrow's victims. You may not know when it's going to be your turn or my turn, but when it eventually happens, you may never live to tell the story. They kidnapped the man and took his girls. That was when the negotiation for their release began. Ransom, they have to pay ransom. So amount of money. Remember, they've already lost a member of the family during the kidnapping, what have you. Then they took money to the kidnappers so that they can negotiate with them and say, this is how much we have, please take it from us, release him and the girls to us. On their way, they just told them, you know what, listen, drop the money, so place, and go to so place, you will see one of the girls there. So in that same speed and that same state of mind, the family and those who went on to drop, they rushed down to the location. When they got there, they met one of the girls, the one next to her father. Nabia. They executed her and dropped her body for them to be buried. So they took the body back to Abuja. And as Muslims, they had to bury that was when they screamed out for help. They begged the public to please help them raise at least 80 million. Abi? So they begged the public 85 million naira. That was where the Arewa influencers jumped on it. Started gaslighting everybody. Why have you not talked? Peter Obi donated money to some people. Why has Peter Obi not donated? None of them wanted to. None of them is yet mentioning the real people who are responsible for their protection. The real ones that promise them safety. Only if they will kind of follow APC Egbekegbe for another 80 years. And do you know what? The minister of hang on. Tinubu is the grand commander of the armed forces. They have been slaughtering, these Fulani terrorists have been slaughtering from village to village in the Middle Belt for the past 6 months. Over 500 people have been slaughtered, killed by these terrorists in the last 7 months alone. And the number of people kidnapped, you don't want to know. In the last 7 months. Kolu Tinubu has never been to any of those places, ever. He would never visit any of those places as well. You have Bokwari Pro Max. And you know what Bokwari is, Abi Bokwari was. You are now acting surprised that Kolu doesn't give a shit about you. Everybody knows nobody gives a damn about you. But do you also know that the National Security Advisor, NSA, made, the ones that you celebrated, Nuhu Ribadu. Yeah, he's your NSA, National Security Advisor. What happened to that? You see? It's not about you, it's about them. Abi? Okay. Who is your Minister of Defense again? Remind me. And then the one that is also the State Minister of Defense, Matawale. They are all from the northern Nigeria. They have the capacity to deploy the military. And all of the one in charge of the DSS. The one that can track you down, even if you are using a faceless account on social media to criticize the criminal government. They will track you down and they will arrest you and they will lock you up and then disobey the court. What about the DSS? What is that one's name? Bishi? What is his name again? So they are not calling them because the agenda must agend. I was told that some of these people called influencers, Arewa influencers, they were even demanding for a court if they want them to promote this. Like, how much are you going to pay us? We cannot just go and promote this. So people that are kidnapped, that they are trying to negotiate their freedom. Then from nowhere, from the blues. Okay, yeah, they started fundraiser. And they started saying they were going to start a protest. They will protest in Abuja. They will protest in Kano. They will protest in Kaduna. But they won't tell you the time or the day because of these people. They now opened Gofundme to raise 60 million naira. And they needed that money so bad. Or the terrorists said they will kill the remaining girls as well as their father. And they can't let that happen. You know. So they decided to go public and do crowdfunding. Ladies and gentlemen, they are now public. Before, people will sell their properties. Some will go and borrow money as ransom. Now, Arewa, that witnessed and supported the institutionalization of terrorism in Nigeria, they are now using social media to raise money, ransom money, that once the money is completed, they will take all the money and give it to the terrorists. And they can come back and say, thank God they have been released, though. Everybody that donated, God will bless you. God will save them. God will be. And, you know, we can now wait for the next people that will be kidnapped. I actually would wish that Arewa is raising funds for these kidnapped NYSC coppers. Do you know that these coppers were going to Sokoto to go and serve Nigeria? And they were kidnapped. And it has been, it's been 143 days now. Do you understand? Benin to Benue is this one, where this one is going. They're asking for 50 million. The others who are going to Sokoto, those who are going to Kogi, Abi, what have you. Now, one single boss, the terrorists took. They have been in the terrorist captivity for the past 142 days. The female students of Federal University of Gusau in Zamfara, over 40 of them were kidnapped months ago. They've released some of them after ransom paid. But half of them are still with the terrorists today. So Arewa influencers now started gaslighting everybody. We are talking about children here. We are talking about, let's leave all of that behind. Let's leave all of this, Buhari, let's leave that. Let us come together and save this family. Are you fucking mad? You mad? You and who come together and say what family? How many families have you actually publicly raised ransom for to save? Okay. They will get the money because the terrorist sympathizer Isa Patantami, Isa Pandemic, has announced that his friends offered to pay 50 million out of the remaining 60 million. And they have been so happy. God bless you, minister. Nigeria minister raised 50 million as part of 115 million ransom demanded by terrorists publicly. In case if you have no idea where Nigeria is headed, you might need to sleep 7 sleep that they said the real man's, sleep. If you have no idea what is going on, right? But on the other hand, I remember what Sekou said. When Sekou said, if Nigerians are to break this shackle of slavery, when the revolution starts, it has to be 2 revolutions in northern Nigeria alone. But because we know the hypocrisy, we call it out all the time. This is not that yet. But I would love to see them go out there and do their protest. But you see those in the south, especially those ones that didn't support Emilokon, Tifnumbu, they were like, no, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. You see these tears. Now 8 years, all of us go tear them. You see this Muslim tickets. Now 8 years, back now go take enjoy them. Anybody will try, will come out anywhere that they are protesting against Tifnumbu, they go stage another protest in southern Nigeria. Now Tifnumbu's people will be saved if you give them Tifnumbu, you know, go take them 1 minute to finish him. You understand? Like, just give these Nigerians, give them Tifnumbu. If they grab them, right? Wow. It's over. But because they said the Arewa that continue to tolerate these terrorists, gaslight the rest of the country, simply because they believed that anybody who asked Bokwari to do his job or resign or go away, save the lives of these people, including the lives of the Arewas, they were considered as enemies of Nigeria, enemy of the North. And there's nothing they won't call you. And we also call them every name too. Oh, no lie. Here you get a lot of you have different names for them in northern Nigeria too, because of the way they tried and looked away when people were bleeding from the swords and bullets of the terrorists. They kept saying, as long as Bokwari is still there, as long as they still have that power, as long as what have you, yeah? And I know that a lot of us call them names. Me, I didn't call anybody names that is not right. So, here you get now. Because during that time, that 8 years, I was able to identify everyone, every species inside this PC. And I have list of names, like the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris, the Unamdi Aris too, because I've seen some of them who are Unamdi Aris too, not our own Unamdi Kanu. You have the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, the bat idiots. Now that you do have them, but back then we do have, cyber barbarians, Buhari idiots too, and the list is like endless. The names I gave to them, those who were trying to, as long as Bokwari is the press idiots, anybody we no like Nigeria should go to Cotonou. Is that not what they were telling us then? So what these Southerners are now saying is that anybody we no like how Tifnumbu is fighting terrorism in Arewa, they can go to Niger Republic. If you stage any protest, they will stage another one. Say, everybody die here. That 8 years, everybody go learn I don't support that. No, me, I don't. Because we are talking about using that next 80 years, as some of you say, all of us die here. But no. Because to me, that means some of you are still having that affinity, believing that, that theory of when somebody is from your tribe and is the one ruling Nigeria or in charge as president, it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter how the country goes. He must remain there. That ideology. I'm not saying it still doesn't exist, though, because some of you are already saying it. Not because you love Tinubu or you like him. But if it is going to show the North that if they can defend Bokwari when Nigeria was bleeding, and because Nigeria is still bleeding now, under Tinubu, now on Consemo will protest. No, we know they do that one. That means you are still having an attachment to the fact that a Southerner is your president, as if to say, now you make him president. Now, that attachment, like, no, not like that, Maiyegun, I just want to, you don't have to. But if we now, and these people, what if they now take the power to themselves? That is why you must actually decide how you want to get involved. When they said there should be a revolution, we said, una better make sure say you are very clear about the revolution, so that una go do revolution, they go kill here, only to open your TV later and just see the same faces again and said, we are on your side. It be like that. What? We thought we got rid of all these guys. Say, but it's on our side when the revolution started. Because all it takes is just for a general to say, we're on the side of the people. Once the revolution starts like that, you begin to see some of those who are supposed to give the order that they should kill you. They will just say, oh, maybe I said this to no go work. Oh, yeah, let's tell them that we're on their side to boost their rank. Say, yes, the military is on our side. Thank you very much. The military and all of that. Then they will take power. And they just say, fellow Nigerians. Say, what? Who is that? They say, it's the military guy that supported us during the revolution. They said they will give power back to us in another 6 months. They say, what? They need to buy in here. So you have to define your involvement. Sure, you understand that, to be like, okay, yeah, if I'm going to get involved in any kind of revolution, okay, I know why they get involved. So we have to kind of clear it. So that if Northern Nigeria want to do revolution and the rest of that, it should be a revolution that will lead to the breakup of Nigeria. And I know that that is a no-no to an average Arewa. He's been brainwashed to believe that they cannot survive without Nigeria. Or they cannot survive. They cannot survive without Nigeria. But they can survive very well. The reason why everybody is feeling like they can't survive without Nigeria is because the kleptomaniacs, the criminals who are holding everybody's commonwealth, they are from every tribe, every ethnic, every religion in Nigeria today. So you can easily identify those who are yours. So the first revolution is to break up Nigeria. The second revolution up north is to chase all your criminal jihadist terrorist leaders, chase them across the border. And as they are running away, you tell them to take their fake Islam with them. All right? Because what you have in northern Nigeria, especially Sharia North, is a brainwashed Islam. Do you understand? A brainwashed fake religion. That's what it is. A religion of violence, religion of blood, religion of terror. All of this that you are witnessing is because all these criminals allowed it. So when you finally break away from Nigeria and you have your own Arewanistan, Arewa Republic, because now you go decide that. Yeah, like Afghanistan. So if you want to be Arewanistan or you want to be Arewa Republic, so it will be, your destiny will be in your hand. So that will be the second revolution for them. We won't have to do two revolutions with them. So instead of you to feel like, we are not going to let them remove Tinubu. Like, yeah, if they do protests in northern Nigeria, we do protests and support Tinubu. In 2027, we will vote for Tinubu again. Baba, see, I have told you this before. Politics is not a game. It's not Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It's not for cloud too. Are you with me? Politics is real life. 7 months ago, I believe that there are still some people who believe that Boko Haram, who institutionalized terrorism in Nigeria, that maybe when somebody else came, even those of you who are not from northern Nigeria, from southern Nigeria, are you not disappointed? Tinubu was going to appoint brainiac. He's going to appoint a brainiacs. He's going to appoint intelligent people. Where are the intelligent people? They dropped bomb and bombed the place in Kaduna. Everybody raked. Tinubu no move. That is the way they will mistakenly drop a bomb somewhere else as well. And it may just be somewhere crowded in southern Nigeria. A die given here. So you all kind of need to reflect on that, okay? Because to me, I'm not saying that, because they are now saying everybody should go on the street. I was like, yeah, I like that one now. Yeah, well, all right. Oh, yeah, go on the street, shut down Kano, shut down Abuja, shut down Kaduna. More see reactions first. Maybe here you get like the Shiites. Let's see if your own brothers are going to now look away. Ribadu, they go order the military to kill everybody. Kill them, those ones, arrest them. You see what the Southern Nigeria stood up for the NSAS, and the rest of you, Arewa, you did your best to ensure that the people of your people never participate. And what was NSAS? What was it all about? It was about police brutality. It was about good governance. It's about things that could possibly have at least little way make a difference today. But what did you do? Because Boko Haram was there. They are planning to remove him. They are planning to take power from the north. As if to say the power ever serves any of you to start with. This fake power that you always envisage that you have as a slave of, what do you call it? Of a failed country and a failed region. But something tells you that there is this power that you have. You don't have any. If your power cannot keep you safe. So now you are raising money for terrorists online. Like you are going to actually take all that money and you're going to give the money to terrorists. And you think you can gaslight everybody and make everybody feel like you are doing the right thing. Have you ever seen anywhere in the world where any reasonable governments ever negotiate with a terrorist? You don't negotiate with a terrorist. You don't forgive terrorists. Terrorists don't repent. Terrorism of this jihadism, this Islamic jihadism of these people, right, is an ideology. Do you understand? It's not like an hobby. It's an ideology. The only repented terrorist is a dead terrorist. Boko Haram said they have, they have graduated, and in their custody they have over 170,000 repentant terrorists and their families. These are the children they kidnapped, raped. They call them their wives, their family. So it is not that these guys really care about the insecurity of these Arewa criminals. They are mostly just not happy that they've lost. I mean, it's obviously coming together that they are not in control, and they hate it that they are not in total control. So now they will now cook just the same way they cooked Jonathan, a southerner. All right. So that, by the year 2027, if for those who are going to remain, they can just say a southerner is using the Boko Haram to kill them. And watch this. In the next few months, because it's going to get worse. I kind of like to remind you, because when I look at what they are doing and what they are saying, and I can see the contrast in them, right? So it's easier for me to kind of predict where this is headed. Okay? It is going to get worse. All right? And because it is going to get worse very soon, they are going to make all of you, they are going to try to make all of us believe that this terrorism never existed when Boko Haram was there. Yes, they are going to make you believe that. They are good at that. I mean, at that, hypocrites. You know what I mean? Liars. And for those who know them better, number one, it's unfortunate. Like I said, any of us who can be a victim of any of this anytime. All right? Any of us can be. However, before you become that victim, you should be able to genuinely, honestly speak out without any agenda, without even you having any closer affinity or closer proximity with any, or either affinity with the victims or any closer proximity to the scene of the event. You don't have to be. Now that you still have your freedom, you speak out. But there are people who are already kind of like blind with this religion of a thing. And I'm glad if that is going to explode from northern Nigeria. I am willing and happy to cover that. Right? So, and I also probably would love to see if this is going to be the new thing. Once they kidnap you, just come online. We'll raise money. Go and pay the kidnappers. So some people are now saying, isn't it better to cut the defense budget and create the Ministry of Ransom, Negotiation, and Payments? Wouldn't that even make us, just make it official. All right? Instead of spending 4 trillion, 5 trillion naira, 6 trillion naira on defense, the money that ended up in private accounts outside Nigeria, why don't you just create the Ministry of Ransom, Negotiation, and Payment? So then you can kind of bring a standard that says, listen, if you kidnap a girl, it's going to be this price, your ransom. If you kidnap a boy, it's going to be this ransom. If you kidnap a whole family, now your ransom be this. So we need to know, like they put the standard there. So if you get kidnapped and they say 50 million, and you say, no, that's not the right price. So, you can easily say, that's not the official price. So, the official price is 15 million. Oh. And they say, okay, who told you? And we say, go to the website of the Ministry of Ransom, Negotiation, and Payments. It's there. They said if you kidnap somebody who is, you know what I mean? Like, just take everybody down route. Like, there will be no fights. Possibly, maybe there will be no killings. Here you get. And once you make the payment, you take your receipts. So the ministry can develop a standard that says if you are kidnapped last month, you cannot be kidnapped again for another 3 months because you need to recover. So they kind of maintain standard instead of spending your trillion and trillion and trillion on equipments that you will never use, except when you use it on your citizens. The intelligence that you are paying for and gathering that you will never use, except when you use them on your citizens. So they are no longer useful. You can no longer protect the people. Tell them the truth. Listen, if you kidnap a whole school, now 100 million you go collect. Don't come back here and begin to say people should begin to pay 20 million. No. The standard is if you kidnap a school, if you kidnap from a school, like a whole school, now 100 million. Say, okay. No wahala. So pay 100 million then. Come and take them. Say, that's good. That's the deal. We don't want it. We don't want shitting. And then you, maybe if you get employed in the Ministry of Ransom Payment and Negotiation, the next time you go for negotiation, you'll be telling the terrorist, listen, 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 listen. My friend, listen. This is the standard. I cannot cheat you. I'm a man of God. Okay? I will never cheat anybody. Okay? This is how the standard is, and your money is 75 million. Gasikia. And then they will say, I can only release 200 people. It's not even in your interest to keep them here. Take the money. If you leave them here, you'll be paying, you'll be feeding them. I work for government. I know all these things. I am trained for all of this. Release all of them to, okay, you know what? Mo put everything together, all of them, the 300, I'll give you everything last, 85 million last. Maybe that would be better. Because it seems that things have gotten to a stage where people have become so poor that they probably have nothing to sell anymore to meet the demand of these terrorists because the government is not going after them. I never believed that all these terrorists that we are talking about, like we are dreading like this, Fulani terrorists, go on TikTok. Baba. Terrorists get followers for TikTok. Everything, you know all that stuff. I'm not talking about Fulani herdsmen, Fulani terrorists that are showing their cams. They are showing what they do with all the guns, AK-47 and all of that stuff, cooling down. You know that stuff. Go on TikTok. And Nigeria has no intelligence to get them arrested. And you believe that. So now they have to raise money online to get everyone kidnapped out. There is this young copper. They said he was walking to Abuja to go and congratulate Tinubu. Then suddenly, some soldiers just came from nowhere. And they started kind of pursuing him like, say, stop following me, oh. I'm live, oh. Everybody can see you, oh. Please don't touch me, oh. Like we were really. Look at him.
I just want to pass a message. Put me wrong if I'm wrong. At least they should see what I felt since 4 days. Sir? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Except you want to take me with force, sir. So just let me complete what I started, sir. Sir? Nobody is aware. Nobody is aware. Even the media is not aware. So that's why I just decided to do this so I can just pass my message. Because you know where the presidency is. Wherever he is. I mean the presidency. Wherever he is, I will meet there. Except let me just go there and let the president tell me he doesn't want to hear from me. Then I will go back. So sir, you are telling them to come and carry me with force. You know I'm already live. They are doing harm. I know, then you see me with the flag. You know I'm not. You won't use force. No, excuse me. Sir, you want to spoil my phone? Sir, wait. Spoil my phone. Sir, people are watching. Yes, people. Sir, you want to spoil my phone? Sir, you want to spoil my phone?
Sir, you want to spoil my phone? Obolomo, he's been on the road for 24 days. Somebody was supposed they can't. They said he left his posts for he left his station for 24 days. So he did road. While they walk out from Lagos to Abuja with Nigeria flag. And he said he has a message for Tinubu. Along the line, they cited him, and the rest is history, as you can see tonight. Let me show you. When they talk about these kidnappers, in Abuja, they said in Abuja, in the last 3 months alone, they have kidnapped over 200 people. Over 200 people have fallen into the trap of kidnappers in just about 3 months alone. They do not wait for you on the road anymore. They come to your house and they could do this.
This just happened today in F01, Koba, Abuja, on the June of 8th. Some kidnappers came here, blew up this place, trying to kidnap one of the residents in this compound. They already took one person at the downstairs, so they tried gaining entrance to this person's residence. Thank God for him. He's safe. They could not get him. And I thank God for my children and I, we are safe as well. This is what this country has turned into, that nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. They come to your house and kidnap. This is where we have gotten to. This is what we have found ourselves in this country. This happened today at about 12:30, at about 11:30 to 12 in F01, Abuja. This just happened today.
And Abuja is the federal capital territory of Nigeria. You will think, since all these criminals, majority of them have relocated to Abuja, so security in Abuja will be top notch, right? You are on your own. That's why I said any of us can be victims anytime. And when we are talking, when we are speaking out, and we expect those, especially those who are more affected, to also kind of join us, add their voice and speak out, and they choose not. You just feel like, okay, maybe when you become the victim yourself, maybe those who are closer to you will join us and add the voice. Because you see, these rogues, they have all it takes to get rid of all of these criminals, but there is no political will. How do you go ahead and wipe off the terrorists that you brought into the country yourself for political reason? To reignite your Uthman Danfodio madness, that you want to conquer the land of the people that are infidel on their land. You want them gone, but you want their land. I mean, who does that? But you choose to keep giving excuses and reasons why this cannot be and that couldn't be, to the point that those who have survived the Nigeria kidnappings, especially so many of them who have been able to tell their stories, said in most places where these kidnappers operate, including their camps, they are mostly not far from military checkpoints where you will expect that, oh, the military will hear us or they will kind of do something, to the point that even right now, if you Google it, you will see where Nigeria police, Nigeria military have been convicted or have been like dismissed and then arrested simply because they were leading the kidnapping ring. It is one of the most lucrative business in Nigeria today, kidnapping for ransom. The most lucrative business today in Nigeria is to get your meal ticket and join the looters in government. You can easily have access to public fund, free money, or you join the kidnapping ring. And people believe that all of those who are supposed to actually not just speak up, do something, they all have the political advantage or the political side, the political advantage side of this whole thing. And they will also do everything to frustrate that. But Nigeria president has so much power, like so much power. If he has legitimacy, somebody like Tinubu who has no legitimacy, has no real control per se, he would want to have that control. But there are always going to be limitations, that some lines he must not cross. They are coming for him. and I'm kind of liking it. A lot of you have said if you should stage a revolution now, the northern Nigeria will not support you. I understand that under Bokwari. Others in the northern Nigeria today are saying if they should start a revolution or a protest now, it's going to be, oh, they are doing it against a southerner. But look at me. 8 years, these northerners, especially these Arewas, they thought Bokwari was one of them. During elections, the trees were contesting. The axe was contesting. And during the campaign, the axe was able to tell the trees in the forest that, look at me, I am made of a wood which is from the trees, right? And I'm also made of a steel, iron, which is also from the hearth. I am one of you. Look at me. See, I'm wood. Touch me. And that was how the axe deceived the trees in the forest to be elected their leader. And you know what happened next? The axe started cutting down the trees. When the entire forest started screaming, we thought you were one of us. We thought, you have our blood running in you. We thought you are a northerner. Or we thought you are a Muslim. We thought you are a general. We thought you are like us. How come you are killing us or watching them kill us? Because immediately after, the axe brought his people and they started cutting down the trees. 8 solid years. Bokwari cut down the trees of progress, the trees of safety, the trees of employment, the trees of real development in northern Nigeria. And what did the Arewa do? They defended it because they were like, he's one of us. You know, he hasn't caught me. I know that the axe has been cutting all these trees, but he hasn't really caught me, except for this small mark, except for that small mark. And today, that axe is no longer there. It is a long, what do you call that machine that is cutting down trees in the forest now? Lumberjack. It is not the axe anymore. It is chainsaw. You know that chainsaw. You know why I said chainsaw? Because now this one has no sampling of wood at all. It's not made of the trees. It's not made of the Arewas. It doesn't talk like them. It doesn't look like them. It doesn't you know what I mean? It's from the south. We must do our best to resist this chainsaw, because even though the axe and the chainsaw, they are doing the same job to maul and they cut down the trees, right? Now they are more angrier. People will want to teach Peter Obi a lesson. Now them can't learn lesson now. And them can't cry, say, Tinubu won't kill all of us. Secure the north. Who go secure the north? Is it Tinubu that will come and carry gun and secure the north? Ribadu. Why? How come I forgot the name of this former Shena Yobe? No, not Yobe. Jigawa governor. What's that his name again? That's their defense minister. I can't remember his name is gone anyway. But it's the former Jigawa governor. Former Zamfara governor is the junior minister. And all of these people, for 7 months now at least, or let's say the last 5 months, if they give a shit about you as a northerner, they would have actually brought out a memo. The memo that would have matched the soldiers. You know, Nigerian army is playing a defense in northern Nigeria for a reason. There are parts of northern Nigeria that are called ungoverned territories. If you cross to those parts unknowingly, oh Lord, they are doing NYSC. Yourself, you are packing bag. See, I have said this before. A lot of you, probably because of your faith, because of your belief, and the God that you serve, that is so powerful. Listen to me very well, oh. Stop blaspheming God, oh. Are you with me? Nigeria will and serve. Which Nigeria are you serving? Have you not heard the latest that to serve Nigeria is not by force? There's something I'm going to show you. And this was the NYSC. From the NYSC. Give me a second. NYSC advised their students, their core members, that Ogbeni, if you are going to serve in any part of Nigeria, you are advised that you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can actually pay for your ransom. NYSC is not going to be responsible for your ransom. So if your family member is going anywhere to go and do their traveling, this is on NYSC, what do you call that brochure? You know, NYSC brochure. So when traveling in high-risk roads such as Abuja, Kaduna, Abuja, Lokoja, Okene, or Aba, Port Harcourt roads, then alert your family members, friends, and colleagues in order to have someone on hand to pay off the ransom that could be demanded. This is from the NYSC Nigeria. This is not a Photoshop. So if I am talking, you might think I am kind of a sweet talking or I'm condemning. No. This is real life now. Nigeria will serve. If you cannot serve Nigeria where you school, Baba, fi Nigeria let don't only go serve Nigeria. Is it by force to serve Nigeria? To serve Nigeria is no longer by force. Because that's the future. Future now. That is the future. If all of you sending your children here and there, even if you like, okay, go and buy your ticket for them. They will still be taken. And there you are, you would have to pay ransom, of course. There are ungoverned territories in northern Nigeria. Okay? Areas that the government of Nigeria no longer go to. And in some of those areas, the neighboring towns that are still in control of, that Nigeria still controls, even policemen, military, everybody don't move away. I told you now, in Nigeria, Nigeria police station, they close at, not all of them, I'm saying, some Nigerian police station, they close at 4 p.m. for security reasons. It's not safe to spend the night there in the police station. They don't keep prisoners or anybody in their cell. Sure, you understand now? They shut at 4 for security reasons. And some of you will find out when you get to those places and this country is so beautiful. If not for this bad leadership and insecurity. And they will just be like, just record and well, because that's the last time you're going to talk to them. Or when you finish, bring the phone and enter this cell, Kada. Sir? You said what, sir? If I repeat myself, I will blow your head. I'm going to go to TikTok, go and see some of these guys, the kind of videos they put up. So, show what there. Anyway, the Arewa are currently mobilizing. And I think I should help them mobilize. If you are from Arewa, because maybe in the next 1 or 2 days now, they will announce to you that they have released these people. All right? They have killed one of them. Okay? May God rest her soul. You know, one other very sad thing, this Olori Brukus, because that's the way I see them. You know, some of them are already saying, the father has found peace. And he has said, the death of his daughter is Allah's will. No, that can't be Allah's will. They killed your daughter. Terrorists killed your daughter. Terrorists pardoned by the supposed people in government. They were supposed to protect you. Now you have all over the place repentant terrorists roaming everywhere from the north to the south, endangering the lives of the Nigerians that were supposed to be protected by the people that decided to pardon murderers, rapists, terrorists as repentant. And I have never seen a repentant terrorist in my life that is still living. The only repentant terrorists I know, the only repentant terrorists I know are the terrorists that are dead. They don't repent. And that put the lives of Christians, Muslims, and some of us, we don't get religion, in danger simply because some criminals thought they could do it. And some enablers, Arewa thought it was cool until it is no longer cool. So if they call for revolution, I will amplify it. If you see them anywhere, join them. Let them scatter everything. Because if not, ladies and gentlemen, 8 years in it, una just use 7 months. Una still have what? 7 years, 5 months. You better start getting used to it. Enitomaku lomaku. Enitomaku lomaku. Last. When everybody kind of now reach that point of no return, where you look around and be like, at least now death be the final. And before I die, I don't want to die young like Agbalumo. I am going to fight for this. Everybody's going to get to that stage. I promise you. Okay? But for now, people just don't want the Arewa to gaslight them. And some of you are already catching cruise with the fact that you are going to make sure that everybody suffered this for the next 8 years. No way out of it. Once they finish, they should put Shitima there. You suffer for another 8. So by 2039, you can now bring it back and just give it to Bajabia Mule until 2037. And all of that in your warped mind, as you always imagine it. The people from Plateau, they do belt. He said people from Plateau, people from Southern Kaduna, Igbos, they will never be president of Nigeria. Really? One of them said that. So then you can begin to share the mystery between yourselves, or you can end it. Now, when you know that last, Muslim, we not spare Muslim ticket, we not spare any Muslim from any of this economic hardship and crisis, from all this terrorism and all this, you know what I mean, killings. You, whether Muslim or Christian, they will not shield you. Incompetent criminals will always produce one thing: a failed country. Now it's now going to be over to you, to see if you probably will, end it. That's kind of my own dream anyway, So we have to work on that. Meanwhile, I want to say thank you very much, everyone, for this first part. I should have reminded you. So tonight, I am going to launch that 15,000 studio fundraiser. And I am going to be counting on a lot of you. Not to pressurize anyone and what have you, okay? However, I am going to, launch that in any moment from now. But the way we're going to do it is this. I'm going to take calls, okay? However, while taking calls, I am going to be talking to you. I'm going to be like, taking you through why I need your help. And I am also going to be raising the fund live here. And then I want to see if this is actually still possible or is an illusion. I don't have illusion or delusion. So I believe it is doable. So I want to try and see if we could run this through the end of the month, so that in February, we can take that leap of faith and open the door to the future. MaiyegunsDiary, Politico, and the studio. So I'm going to go get myself a cup, go make myself another cup of tea. So when I get back, I will be taking calls, okay? And then we can have a chat. You can talk about what is going on now. You can ask me questions and all of that. And I'm going to keep refreshing the page to see how lucky I get tonight. And thank you very much to those who have already started it. Let me see if I can show you something. One moment. So I have people who have already taken to the Gofundme page. Let's see if I can share this screen. And even though we haven't really launched it per se, but some people have already been there to to show support. And I want to say thank you very much. So what the screen looks like. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. And I can easily see everyone that contributes to this tonight, okay? So the link is going to be in the comments for those who are going to use the online support link. And to those who don't really use PayPal or any online stuff, I'm also going to plaster the account details on the screen. Then we can mix it together. Usually this is my fundraiser now, which simply means that I'm just supposed to sit back and talk to you about this, read questions and all that. I'm going to take calls because we had a conversation before now, okay? Well, while we prepare for that, I am going to go make myself another cup of tea. And when I get back, we will continue from here. So please don't go anywhere yet. All right? I will be back. Thank you very much, everyone. I am back, and this is us. We are about to start now, or let me say we have actually started. So at this point, there is a single sort of appeal I am going to make, okay? Just to know something. This is not a compulsory that you have to kind of participate. I'm talking about donating and all that, right? However, if you also, sometimes, you know, people kind of feel cool, like, oh, I love this, I'm going to support him. And then something happen, you change your mind, like, no, I don't want to give him anymore. The you know, the old system allows you to get to take your money back as well, okay? And to those who have already kind of showed up, thank you very much. So I believe oh, sorry, I just missed that call. Hang on. So I believe that what do you call it? We had an expectation of tonight, okay? And like I said, I am going to be counting on those of you who said, oh yeah, let's know. And this is it starting, okay? And it's going to be like that, like every night until we meet the target, or we meet the target. And meeting the target simply means that whatever happens, all right, the studio is going to start next month. However, we just probably want to see what kind of a studio it should be, if we should have that kind of choice, right? So now, if you need to if you want to participate in that, I've already shared the link. If you're watching me on Facebook or you're watching me on YouTube or elsewhere, there's already the description and the details in the description, rather. Yeah, the details of how to be part of this is already in the description. And yes, thank you so much to these following people. I'll see the face. Give me a sec. So we have those who have kind of like turned up from the start. I'm talking about Tokumbo, Macaulay, Olaiya. I'm gonna pop that up. So I have Adebayo. Thank you very much, Adebayo Ella Banjo. I've got Olaiya, Olayemi. Thank you. Tokumbo Macaulay, Adekunle Koya, Olubukola Ajibola, and Eniton Olubumi. Bless you for all of that. And then, indeed, like I said, the line itself is going to be opened, okay? But give me 1 sec. I just stop by in Kano for just a few seconds. Sorry guys, right? The what do you call it? My phone line seems to be having problem again. All right, so I'm trying to kind of see if I could possibly fix that while we do this, right? So thank you very much. Let me check our screen, and like I said, okay, it's gonna be live, and indeed you can still pretty much call in and share on view as usual. So I have Priscilla. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Thank you very much, Godwin. Anytime, thank you. Like I read earlier, so I have all this, you know. Meanwhile, if you are participating in it and you don't really, need to give any percentage of your donation to the platform. Just remove that from from whatever charges is asking you for. Okay, and you can also use the PayPal, which is you have to like possibly copy the link. I think that's the way to use the PayPal for those who want to. So let me say thank you to this person who has indeed reached out via PayPal. So I want to say thank you to you. Hang on. Oh, I think I've mixed it up. So I want to say thank you to you, Ugo. Ugo Chuku, I got your message there. Thank you. Let me see the other person I kind of also have there. Give me a sec. Right. Give me a sec. I think I've kind of matched them up. Anyway, so thank you, Hugo. I got your message. I also got a message of a gentleman earlier, but I possibly have just mixed them up now. Okay. Anyway, thank you. And on the Gofundme, I've also seen, I think I've refreshed that already, Priscilla. Sorry if you are trying to get through and somehow the line is not ringing through, I wouldn't understand why, because I decided to restart the the phone to make it easier to call in. I think I'm experiencing some network error there. That's so not good. So again, if you are indeed up for this, indeed you can use the link. And Olujemi, I think I just got something from Olujemi as well. So let's refresh the page. Thank you so much, Joe. Hang on. I think I could possibly make it bigger. Let's see. I should be able to make it bigger. Right. I actually want people to call in while we just put this aside, okay? I'll be checking it every once in a while, even though it is my fundraiser, okay? However, it doesn't really have to be the center of the whole thing, okay? You can still pretty much participate in this conversation tonight. We can still have that engagement as well. And as everybody who has participated in the first part of this are opting out, just remember, if you don't want to be part of this as well, just like the broadcast, share it, okay? And now we see you some other time. But if you kind of want to be part of this as you are right now, okay, I advise you don't really have to participate in the fundraiser, all right? Pick up your phone and call in, and let's see if your own call is going to get through, because I'm actually having that. Yeah. So let's make that happen. So thank you. Now I have, I think I have another person, generous person there, who has participated as well. So thank you very much. I think, give me a sec. So I might need to kind of short this page and kind of refresh it through another one. So it's currently, hang on, yeah, it's currently not refreshing that, but I have seen somebody's donation that just popped through as well. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back in a minute as well again.
It's because I spoil you and you are getting too indulgent and too insulting. When I'm talking, you are talking. It's because I spoil you and you are getting too indulgent and too insulting. When I'm talking, you are talking. It's because I spoil you and you are getting too indulgent and too insulting. When I'm talking, you are talking. It's because I spoil you and you are getting too indulgent and too insulting. When I'm talking, you are talking. It's because I spoil you and you are getting too indulgent and too insulting.
That's Kolu with the Agberos of Lagos, okay? But I'll put that aside, all right? I got something from Sebili on the GoFundMe. I got something from Olujemi, and somehow, right, it is yet to update. So, but thank you, by the way. I got that. and so sorry that I missed your call. Plus 34 there. So I was kind of then I've got Adeola. Adeola, I have seen your hand as well. So, but let me take this call while I'll refresh my screen at some point. So thank you so much for all of that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hello, Uncle Maiyegun.
How are you, sir, Baba? How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. How about you?
Well, I'm very well, oh. I'm here. And thanks for asking.
I'm only 14 years old.
You only what? 14?
14, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just stumble on this or you've been around in a while?
No, my mom's been watching and she likes you a lot, so I'm just watching with her.
Right. Bless you. What's your name?
Abuja.
Abuja. Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's class.
Thank you, sir.
You just felt like you should say hi, or there's something you want to tell me?
Just wanted to say hi. I also wanted to say thank you for educating me and informing me about stuff in Nigeria. Like, I'm not really watch news like that, but watching you, it makes me know stuff about Nigeria.
Right.
And I might forward the information to family and friends over there as well. So yeah,
that's
thank
brilliant.
you.
And you never found it in any way troubling,
No,
that you felt like no, I don't think I should be watching this for any reason. Do you?
I'm a very open-minded person, so I feel like
right.
Yeah, I didn't get disturbed by anything, so it's fine.
That's brilliant. You're the man.
Yes,
Ebuife, it's such a pleasure hearing from you. Seriously.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much. And say me well to mom, okay?
Yeah, my mom is here. She wants to talk to you.
Oh, that would be wonderful, please.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma. So, did he dial the number and or you made him do it?
No, because you said the line is not working. He said, Mom, call. I said, what am I calling about? So that's why he wanted to say hello. I said, okay, let me give it a try.
Oh, bless him.
And see if the line is working.
It is working. Thank you so much for testing it for me. I've seen other people who are now kind of trying too. I don't know why Yes, ma. Shema.
Please don't stop doing what you're doing, because as you can see, a lot of people are getting informed from you, from your platform. And even for those of us who cannot tell much, this is an avenue for them to, learn a few things about Nigeria. Of course, Ebuife has been to Nigeria before, but he knows Nigeria more than even the people in Nigeria. He educates his cousins and the rest of them, It's very informative. Thank you so very much.
God. Thank you so much, ma, for
and we're sending our own.
Go on.
Yeah, we're sending our own donations too, okay?
God bless you. I mean, thank you very much for that, okay? And thanks to Ebuife again. It's really, really wonderful hearing from you.
Okay, so good night, sir. Have a good night.
All right, you take it easy, okay? You have a good one, man.
Bye.
Cheers, ma'am. Bye-bye. So that worked. I love that, right? That when people say, okay, let's try it, see if the line is working, and then they just surprise me. And, that's, I love it. So thank you so much, ma'am, for that. And I want to say a big thank you to one of my donor who just pulled the number now. And that's, give me a sec. So if you check your screen, possibly you will see this, right? So this is what we have so far. Adebayo, Labanjo, to Olaiya, Oluyemi, to Kumbo Macaulay, Adekunle Koya, Olubukola, Enitan, Olubumi, and on like that until you get to Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla, that's you. I just kind of read that well now. Thank you very much there, Priscilla. Yeah, that's so kind of you. And I've got Oluyemi Foluke. Thank you so much, ma'am. I've got Sebili Shoton Day. Amazing. God bless you there. And then I've got Adeola Owoduni. That's so amazing of you. £500. That is massive and generous. God bless you and replenishes your wallet. Then I've got Emmanuel Adebanjo. These so far are those who have reached out through the GoFundMe. Okay, so mind you, everyone, there's something I kind of love about that. If there's any issue with Gofundme or what have you, you are guaranteed of getting your money back in your bank account. Okay. If I don't, I'm just saying, like one thing I love about it is that if I don't get it, if I don't get the money for any reason, you all have every penny back in your bank account without losing anything. All right. So thank you so much to everybody who has sort of turned up so far. Ima, God bless you as well. So the line is now working just for anybody, except if you just kind of prefer me going back and forth on your screen, showing this, taking it out and bringing it back and all that. But I would really expect an engagement, okay, tonight, an engagement with, with the topic raised and few others that you probably would want to share and you never had the chance. Now that the line seems not really busy, this could be your time. Take advantage of that. Don't worry about the contribution and all that, okay? That can always continue going on behind the scene, all right? So far, so good. I want to say we have, oh, hang on. Maybe it's not even my own fault. It could actually be people who were just kind of like, I don't want to say flashing me, but maybe beeping the line. Because I keep seeing missed calls and I felt like my line is problematic. So I've got another call out there. Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir. Baba.
I've been trying. When you say the line is acting up, I said, let me keep trying.
I know. So I had to restart the phone. So I restarted the phone. I was like, okay, let's see if it's going to work now. Then a boyfriend called in with his mom, and I was like, okay, now it's working. So yeah,
I think it's perfect now. So people can start calling in.
Yes.
Anyways, I've asked a question before now, and I'm still asking that question. You know, the GoFundMe and whatever you open up there is on pounds. And I'm asking, what about us that are dealing with dollars? So how do we go about it?
No, if you are using any of them, whether PayPal, whether GoFundMe, any currency that you are spending, the moment you get to that place of making the payment where they ask for your card details and all that, right? So all you have to do is just type in the equivalent of whatever you plan. For example, right? If the space is showing pound sterling, and then you are like, okay, you know what? I just want to give him $10, right? You can just type in like $8. I'm sorry, £8. But when they will take the money from your bank, right? They will just take the equivalent in dollars. There won't be any friction. I think they do that. And from any currency all over the world. Anybody who sees that link, as long as you have a debit card, all right? As long as you have a debit card to make, the donation and all that.
The donation,
It doesn't matter your currency.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we are here. We will support, and everybody will donate. I believe. We wish you the best of luck. Then on the issue of that country, is getting to the edge for everybody in that country. I listened to a program sometimes last week, and I was like, I tried calling a couple of days ago, but it was not going through. I listened to where Obasanjo was having a telephone conversation with Donald Duke and this guy. What is his name? This son of one lawyer. Then this popular musician. Oh, how did I forget his name?
And he has a lawyer's son.
Daddy, his father is a lawyer, one of these reputable non-lawyers.
Oh, okay. Falano.
No, not Falano. It's an Igbo guy.
Oh, okay.
I just forget his name. But anyways, Obasanjo was there having a telephone conversation with Duke and himself. And they were asking Obasanjo, it's like these people are going to rig this election. These people are going to do this. They said, yeah, we've done our best. We've done all we can do and blah, 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 blah. So they were now asking him, what do we do? What do we do, sir? He was telling them that, okay, you cannot do it alone. Get the youths, get the youth along. I know they want to kill. If they want to kill the youth, let them kill them. I was like, really? So Obasanjo could say this, that if they want to kill the youth, they should let them kill the youth. I felt so bad that if Obasanjo can voice out this kind of a statement, then that country is gone. Now look at what is happening. The Arewas are now waking up, this and that, but let's see the end. This will justify and this will determine how quick that country is going to go on flame. Because, you know, I keep saying it, we are not one. And we can never be one. So the people that are saying, oh, Tinubu is our man, this, that, we will see the end.
And they are already saying it. It's just that the only consolation they have is that at least he's our man.
Yeah, it's our man.
Just like those people were thinking that Buhari was their man. Why
was their man? Killed? And at the end of the day,
so that's why that's how those ones were consoling themselves too. Like, okay, no matter what, our man is still the president anyway. Our man
is the president. Now doing nothing for them. Well, now their own man is there now. Omawani Ejoshi now is doing it. We shall see. We shall see. Let me give people a chance so that they can try and call in as well.
Thank you. I think someone is even trying to anyway. So yeah, thank you so much, sir. Okay. You have a good one. Okay.
You too, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
So what happened? I thought I had somebody there who was like trying to get through, and I think I got him now. Finally. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, Maiyegun. Well done. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Baba.
That's very good. Yeah, fine. We're enjoying it. You see, to buttress the last caller, you say, I would like you to, if you can listen to one of these TV's interview with Babajide Ochitoju. Right. You see, he made mention of one particular information that could any Nigerian army confront Kokosari? No, in that interview, he was using Kokosari to threaten Nigerian military. On TV, live TV, he said, could any Nigerian military confront Kokosari?
Yeah.
He said because he said they will never do that because they knew that all those boys are gone. Exactly. He said they will never do that.
On their national TV as well, yeah?
Honestly, on TVC. If you watch that program, that was the following day when one army man was attacking Sowolu. Then that interview started at 16th minute. So he said because they will never do that because they knew that all those guys are gone. Now call me back to the NSAS. During the NSAS, you knew that all these thugs out, they went on the street and started attacking the youth.
Yes.
And they gave them guns. So they are the ones supplying all these guys all these guns. You see, like what you've always said, that had they been, they are the one, all this thing we've been having in the past, all these protests, are being sponsored by these people, these current people on the government.
That's right.
They are the ones sponsoring all the protests then. So now you can imagine, okay, what happened in the Kanu? Exactly, they are now in government. So what happened in Kanu, they have their intelligence that if they should nullify that election, something is going to happen and they can't stand it. Had it been that something happened in any Southwest state, they would definitely take over that country, that state.
And now declare a state of emergency. Is that not what they were planning anyway? In some of these places.
Exactly. Exactly. So I just don't understand where you see that country. Oh, Maiyegun, just continue doing your job. We're following you. We're watching. The whole world is watching.
That's right.
Yes. Well done, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for chipping in that as well. Okay. You see, everybody knows that I think somebody even loved to quote this popular quote, and everybody believes that it was said by Abacha, that if insurgency lasted longer than 48 hours, the government is involved. And the government being involved doesn't mean that they sat down as government and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. No. It simply means that that crisis is either orchestrated or allowed to fester by some people inside that same government, because government can end it. Trust me, they can end all those things. But who are those working within, ensuring that the country with 4 trillion naira budget on defense cannot get rid of a terrorist from the Sahel? So, of course, some people they are those who are sponsoring them and giving them all those things. I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. My name is Prince. How are you today?
I am very well, Prince. How are you yourself?
Yes, I am doing good. I'm not going to bore you with the praises every one of us has been giving you, but you're doing a great job.
As usual. Thank you.
Number one, a very quick one. I'm going to talk 2 things. Number one, the other caller, the second last caller, talked about Obasanjo's conversation with Charlie Boy.
It was Charlie Boy.
And and Donald Duke. I want him to listen to that intently. Nigerians, we are quick to judge, and we don't know when to strike or when to apply the necessary intelligence. Obasanjo was telling Charlie Boy, he told him, say, tell the youth to occupy the streets. And that was the solution. Nigerians are quick to talk. They keep talking. Even when to strike, they don't know. Obasanjo was telling them, tell them to occupy the streets. That was the solution. Listen very carefully, Maiyegun, you are a man of intelligence. Couple of weeks back, Obasanjo went back and said, youth, take over now. Twice, this man has said something that is so synonymous. And the youths are busy playing, making skits, making jokes, making cruises, and they forgot what is painful. Let me tell you a secret today. Every solution to the Nigeria's problem is our problem. I'll give you just 2. Number one, where we're supposed to fight, they preach religion to us. Number one, we because of that, we are quenched on the inside. We kept quiet. Number 2, the fact that a lot of lazy youths now found money on the internet, the agitation to fight for independence, for liberation, is no longer there. That's number 2. So all those solutions to those problems, those shortcuts, is not going to make us to be agitative in this freedom liberation. Yesterday, someone called and said, let us all stop sending money into Nigeria. I have thought of it years before now. Let all of us make up an agreement. Let's shut it for the next 3 months. Let's see what's going to happen in Nigeria. The agitation for liberation should start from Nigeria. Truly, we in the diasporas are going to be the one to liberate them, to set them free at the end of it all. Take it, there's no doubt about that. Right. But number one, it must start from the home front. I was an activist to the glory of the Lord. When a movement for the unemployed and the destitute was on, just barely we were on before the advent of the democracy in 1999. So a week to May 29, I was on Channel 7 alongside people like Comrade Omeleze and the other guys. We displayed a banner that yes, the youths or the civilians then, we needed a better life. And up till today, we are still there. You know, that is number one.
Did you see that clip of Chief Gadifawa, late Chief Gadifawa, where he was also, you know, during that debate? Did you see that video? I played it a while back.
I think okay, maybe I might have missed that, but we all saw it
tonight. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So similar to
yes,
what you just
Nigerians don't know the time to strike. We keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. All opportunities have slipped us by. I said it in 2012. That, what's it called, fuel subsidy was the time because it connotes with the Arab Spring. It was the best time to shut. Because I remember back in the 94, 95, we were burning tires on the streets of Nigeria. I was an activist. I was an activist. Today, people don't like me. When I speak the truth, they hate me. I like that, no problem. But one thing I want you to start telling people that I've started telling people about 3 years ago is about mind renewals. We need to renew the minds of the people. The minds of the people is so deceptive, is so hard to change. Until you change the people in Nigeria, you can't even change the Nigeria as a whole. These people will keep celebrating evil. They're celebrating and applauding criminals until we start from the diaspora. Somebody said something that we need to go back to our locality and start telling them, like the people in the Niger Delta and everybody, until we start to tell them that, hey, yes, this is right, this is wrong. Right. We have a major, if you don't listen to it, I'm not going to give you my money. If you're not going to behave well, I'm not going to give you my resources. We stop all the work we are doing, all our houses, all our projects. When they suffered, when they knew the gravity of all the criminality that is involved, everybody will sit right. Maiyegun, thank you. God bless you. I wish you all the best in the cause of Nigeria.
Thank
God
you
bless
very much, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you have a good one too yourself. Okay, thank you so much for that passionate contribution. I love it when people indeed are not emotional but passionate, and at the same time, right, they are very straightforward to their own the position and all that. You know, not people who are neither here nor there. It's so irritating. Let me say, I have another caller, but my caller, I'm going to ask you to please give me a minute so that I can say thank you to my donors, okay? So far, so good. Let's see if I can even refresh this. It says here that I have had more and more people who have also turned up tonight, and your money is already showing up on the Gofundme. So we are currently over £1,000, £1,100. So gradually and gradually it's coming together. And I am so grateful to all of you, right? Every penny does count in my own place, okay? So God bless you abundantly. I mean, I've been praying all day, by the way. So hello there.
Hello, my brother, Maiyegun Beatrice.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, ma. How are you this evening, ma?
I thank God. I've been down.
Oh, I was hoping that by the time I speak to you next time, you will be better off than the last time.
Yeah, I'm better off, but I'm still like today coughed like 3 times, and that's because of my immune system. You know.
I know.
Until that is restored, it's a battle. But
yeah,
God
and I think your voice seems clearer than the last time too. So
yes,
the improvement might not be so pronounced, but there is improvement. I can possibly.
Yes, if I couldn't speak, I wouldn't call because I was coughing persistently. You know.
Oh, bless you. Anyway, you are here.
Anyway, I want to start with the Temple of Truth.
Yes, ma'am.
I've just done something, but I just see that I sent something to MGO. Is that you? I hope that I don't make mistake to send
I hope
it.
you don't. Where did you do that from? Like, is
Gofundme.
that yeah. Oh, it's Gofundme.
Yeah, then I saw I wrote your name, your Maiyegun support
MG.
Okay. Yeah, then I go to where they say donate.
That's right.
Yeah,
definitely. It must be on the screen. I'm gonna see it soon.
Yeah, then they said, yeah, I tried to check on, but I did through PayPal.
Oh, is it through PayPal, right?
Yeah, because you know, I have been beaten many times, so I prefer to go through PayPal.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I will look out for it. Okay, and I will report it.
No
back
problem.
Of course.
Yeah, it works. Then it will be easier for me. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, my brother. I just want to put in a little bit of my own contribution when it comes to stopping sending support to our people in Africa. Remember that the people who are cheating us, who are hitting the country, are the ones who have all the money. They are not suffering.
I know.
So, and then I have maybe 1 or 2 persons who cannot even buy a loaf of bread in a day, who I may be able to support with something little that they will survive with. Some of them are not even working. Some of them are very ill. Then I don't do anything for them because of these bastards in Aso Rock. In order to energize every other person to stand up, and I don't think it's a very good decision or suggestion, because
why do you think so, ma? Like it's
not because
such, okay.
Yeah, if you can allow me, maybe they have a better reason. But my own thinking is, if, for instance, I'm not, can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma. Please.
Yeah, if, for instance, I'm not able or to do whatever I do from time to time to those I know that cannot help themselves, who are not in any way going to government, even if they are sharing the money, it can never reach them where they are. So, and then I just say, because of what these people over there, they are doing, sorry, my dear brothers, I'm not going to do anything. You people should get ready to go and fight the battle. They cannot even come out of where they live to anywhere. Remember that Abuja is far away from all parts of Nigeria. Not all Nigerians live in Abuja or Lagos. Even when the state capital was in Lagos, maybe we have more people in Lagos that could attack them in Lagos, but it's different from Abuja. You understand me? So this kind of idea, it's not, I don't think it's a very wonderful idea, because my own brother who is suffering in the village, or your own sister who is a farmer, who they made it impossible for her to go to her farm, who are suffering, and then we also add to their suffering by not supporting them with, no matter even as little as 20 pounds, which doesn't mean anything here, but means a little bit of something to them. I don't think it's a very wonderful decision
way to go about it, right?
Okay. No, I don't think so. We have to find a way either to energize those people who live in Abuja, where those people are, to get out in their mass and deal with them. But you cannot say all Nigerians, wherever you are, sorry, you have to go. Even to go to Abuja, they need a lot of transport money to go there. They need where to sleep. Just use the people in the state where this thing is happening and deal with those people.
Yeah, I see.
I cannot tell the whole Nigerians, if my parents were alive, sorry, Mama and Papa, I cannot help you until you march to Abuja to go and deal with a Milocon. It's not possible that way. I'm just looking at it that way as the mom.
Yeah, I think it wasn't meant to be that kind of like a no of a thing. So it was pretty much like, I mean, people still have to support their family and all that in a way. So it was more like, keep your charity to yourself. Don't try to kind of be those who bail out, But I get your own argument, Sean. I get your drift, man.
Do you know that majority of this, but even before this kidnapping came, we never thought it would get to the cities. It was happening far away.
Yeah, in Borno, all those
exactly.
What have you?
But now they are kidnapping everywhere, including Lagos, including Abuja, everywhere. We never thought it could reach those places. So now, even I still have some of my kids in Lagos. They are like locked up in the room where they live. They can't come out. You understand me? Because you don't even know who to trust. And I don't think I want to be the mother that will. I'm still trying to see what I can do with them. Some of them are out, and some of them are still there. I was struck with cancer about 12 years ago, and thank God I'm still alive. So as a mother, I know my plan for my children, and I know all the effort I've been putting in to support my children. I cannot now tell them, okay, march from Lagos to Abuja, go and deal with Emiloko. Emiloko's son is in Aso Rock enjoying. His father and mother, everybody is enjoying the Nigerian money. Then I want my own son to go and kill himself? No, I wouldn't do that as a mom. Those people who can, that place in Abuja where they live, they can come out and do.
I don't think it's pretty much about going to Abuja per se, ma. It's about wherever you are, wherever you live, right?
I understand. All the governors are corrupt.
You know what I mean?
Even when
somebody want to risk going to Abuja because they want to
even when Buhari was alive. Oh, sorry, Buhari is still alive. I'm not wishing him bad. But when Buhari went to Imo State, for instance, to go and visit, when he was visiting some states, he said it in the air that he was disappointed about what the Imo State governor have used all the money he sent to do. They only showed him one road they built, nothing more. And he said it openly. I'm disappointed. He said it openly. Buhari said he was disappointed. But the same people should have known how to deal with that man in that Imo State house and get rid of him. But unfortunately, you still see people that are supporting him, people he's sharing the money with. So if they know anything to do, they should then do those things, state by state, however they are going to do it. But to tell you the truth, I have a brother that is a very wonderful brother of mine that had accident that destroyed his spinal cord. Everybody is trying our best to keep him alive. I cannot now say, sorry, my brother, you won't get any money until you go to Imo State government. Let those who are close to them deal with them. They can do it. Okay. I hope you're getting me.
I do. I mean, I get everything where you're coming from.
It's very, very easy. Our people behave somehow. He said, how many people want to go and can they even have access to where they are? So the only thing we have to do is to continue to see how we can support our people, and then how we can also use some people to deal with our enemies.
Or some people, when you say some people, that's where the issue is. Those some people are also some people say me, some people say family.
No, people can come. People can come out in their own ways. What do you call it? What do you call it? When somebody do something on his own.
Voluntarily, yeah. Okay.
Voluntarily.
Yeah.
Voluntarily. But I can
not punish them to say until you do this, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I think I get you now, right?
I was once in a taxi in Lagos. You know that time you used to join taxi with other passengers. Do you understand? Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you, ma. I can hear you.
And when 2 or 3 people can use one taxi in those days, a man had his daughter inside the taxi. And he was crying inside that taxi. I'm talking about years ago. I'm not talking about, it's more than 30 years. And this man was crying. And he was saying that if my daughter dies, I'm going to become an armed robber. Because he could not afford to take his daughter to any wonderful hospital. And the hospital where they want him to, they don't have medicine, they don't have anything. The man was lamenting. He had his daughter on his hands inside the taxi. I was in that taxi. I told him to take it easy. You can pray for your daughter to be alive. They don't tell the devil to use this to make you an armed robber, because devil will definitely use it to make you an armed robber. So you see, there are so many issues. All these people who are also in crime, not all of them wanted to be criminals. It is condition that put them into all this nonsense. When you wake up in the morning, you have no money, no food. No. I was asking one of my brothers, I said, do you know that there are people in certain families where nobody is sending them 1 naira? But the problem is, how do you want them to survive? So, my brother, I don't want to talk much, but
well, you've sort of opened a different perspective to that particular convo, right? And a lot of others who listen to you probably agree with you too, right? So, thank you very much, ma.
No problem. I don't have.
Chief Gadifa put it this way, and this was 21 years ago.
Very much, Chief Ganifa Wemi. We'll move from the Niger Delta to area of national security.
Yes, national security. Right. Chief, there is this national concern about security of life and property. Recently, there was a summit of stakeholders on how to ensure security of life and property of Nigerians. What specific steps would you take to bring violent crimes to a tolerable level?
Violent crimes did not just come like manna, like anything from the sky. They are man-made and they are created by policies of government. Nobody wants to be a robber if he has a job to do. 86% of the crimes of Nigeria are caused by poverty. There are 3 types of crimes. Poverty-induced crime, and that accounts for 86%. 2, disease-induced crime, Those who must do a kleptomanic mania, and they steal because they want to steal. And thirdly, there are those, even if you give them the heaven, they will ask for God. Those people are in the minority. But the most troubling is the percentage of 86 people, 86%, who are robbing and stealing because of poverty. Let me tell you this. Do you know that 85% of the graduates we produce don't get jobs? Do you know that 97% of those graduates are from poor homes? In the past, it used to be that if you send your children to school and they come out of school, you say your burden is over. Your children will take care of you. Nowadays, when your children leave the university, they come home, you start feeding them again. That is intolerable. So when these young men see how our money is being looted and being used to buy sumptuous cars, build houses, and so on and so forth, and you want them to stay home, wake up in the morning, do nothing. So for God's sake, let us deal with the social problems that have afflicted the masses of our people, then you reduce crime. You can create 1 million policemen in Abuja here. You can create 1 million policemen in Lagos. Crime will continue to grow. When Tafa Balogun was telling us about fire for fire, he doesn't know there's no fire in the belly of his policemen. They are stricken by poverty. They are enveloped by anger. Their own children are poor. They have not eaten in the morning. And they are using all outdated guns to meet AK-47. So for God's sake, let us deal with social problems. You reduce crimes. Give people jobs.
Chief Ganifa Weyemi of the blessed memory. Dreshawn, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you, and I know you've always been watching. All right. Thank you so much for that. Well, that's £100. Thank you. 11 years and counting. I know 11 years, Baba, just like yesterday. One of these days now, a lot of you are going to say 20 years ago. And I can say, I have been doing this for 20 years. And they'll be like, no way. Not. And I'll be like, yeah, I've been doing it for 20 years. It's 11. Dreshawn is a disciple. You know, if I have been doing this physically or this way, Dreshawn and others probably will be my physical disciples. I say, okay, drop what you are doing and follow me. So I've missed you, but you know, thank you very much for that, your generosity. So I'm so sorry. I'm happy to see a whole lot of new people from the last 3 years has joined the Noble platform. Please send me thank you for that. My account details, or the account details, is right there on this screen as well. But this is very good. So thank you for that. Now the line is hang on. I think I probably you know, left somebody out, but let's go check Gofundme. Okay, so to all of you who have reached out, in fact, I've got updates. Let's call it updates. I believe that because this is like a fundraiser of a thing for my studio, so to say. I don't know if those who send money to me like via banks will probably love their names mentioned publicly. So I'm just going to mention your first name only, just so you know that I got this, your generous donation too. And thank you so much. Moronke. I'll leave it at that. You know yourself. All right. That's really, 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 really very kind of you. And God bless you very much for that. So on the what is it called, on the GoFundMe, so this is what I have so far. Sir Theophilus Oniyide, I have seen your hands. Okay, thank you so much. Same thing with Latu Aruno. Amazing, amazing soul. Thank you very much as well. Okay. So I've got an anonymous who just did £20. I've got Demola Oshinubi. God bless you, Sir Demo. Then another anonymous there. I've got Lariwaju Babaride, a £5. God bless you abundantly. So I've got Samson Egun Jobi and others. But I also have a caller too. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Oh, how are you? Is that Charm?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, it's Charm. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you tonight?
Anyway? I'm fine, thank you.
That is great.
How are you?
Well, I am getting kind of better, I would say. But yeah, thanks for asking.
Good. It's good to hear. Like the other callers have said, well done for your hard work. You're doing really well.
Thank you.
And I pray that you meet your goal. I haven't put my donation
There
yet.
is no rush. There is no rush.
I will.
We just started tonight, and no pressure.
Okay.
You understand? There's no pressure.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like I won't even be.
But I want to do something because.
Sorry. Yeah. Go on,
yeah.
please.
Yeah. So what do I want to say? Okay. I wanted to, because I've been trying to call in for the past couple of sessions that we had. I hate calling it a show. Like like as if you're entertaining us. I don't like it.
Yeah, it can be like that sometimes. But I've explained that.
Yeah, but it's not entertainment.
You know why I usually do that, Charm, right? Because people said my show can be depressing because I get them to think, and they just sit down there depressed. Like,
yeah, I mean,
damn it. So I have to be funny.
At the end of the day,
right? Cheer people up. Go on.
Okay. All right. I understand that perspective. Okay. So let me start with Pastor Adeboye, right? I think when he said he's, what did you call it? Prophecy, so-called prophecies of for the year, and he said something. Yeah. Well, he said the wind is blowing. Yes. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, that's between him and God. But I think what I wanted to focus on was when he said, they will have like new discoveries in medicine for diseases like asthma, high blood pressure, and such and such. And I had a good laugh. I said, is it not serendipity that all of a sudden those diseases that Nigerians cannot pay for because of this rubbish government, they are now going to have miraculous inventions that will cure those diseases,
yes,
so that people will not be angry and go out there and scream and shout and say, when I could afford asthma medicine before this useless government, now I can't afford it.
Now that they can't afford the asthma, asthma medicine, what have you, right?
Now is the time that they are going to have scientific breakthrough to solve all that problem.
No. They're going to discover. They're going to discover more medicine of asthma, and I'm like, is it discovering it that matters, or affording it, being able to afford it?
Thank you, thank you. But you see, the point is this, right?
Yes.
You're trying to once again calm the people down. Tell these people these things so that they don't get angry, right?
That's right.
And ask, what is this government actually doing? Have they lived up to any responsibilities that the government ought to be delivering? No. And it's at this point that you're supposed to be telling the people who listen to you, who are their so-called daddy, right? That they should go out there and demand good governance. But you're selling them these stories, right? I'm not saying miracles cannot happen. I'm not saying to you that new breakthroughs in science can't happen. Right? Yes, they do happen.
But when the government will fail, right? When you are in a country where the people are intentionally failing, all right, you don't begin to ask the people to look forward to the discovery of other people from another places.
From another place, and then
that is deceitful.
And you haven't, and like you said, you haven't really resolved the problem of affordability. Right? Because this government has not really done anything to ensure that even if those breakthroughs do happen, if people are even able to afford those medicines. Okay. So I feel once again, these are our so-called religious leaders selling people stories instead of actually telling them the truth. And I hope that a lot of people can start to see, what these so-called religious leaders are up to and what this, like you said, pastorpreneurs are all about. Okay, that part made me laugh, and I thought, what, I have to comment on that.
And drop it.
Then and drop it. And then with regards to what the Lady Beatrice said and the previous caller before Lady Beatrice, I think regarding what the way forward is, right? And I'm going to come at it again. I have an aged mother. So if you ask me not to give her something, no, I won't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I just won't. Yeah. I cannot give my mother. She's an old woman. She has taken care of me. And so I feel I'm duty bound to take care of her. And I'm not going to say at this her own age.
I won't even be happy to be your friend if you come here and brag that. Even my mother, aged mother, I've stopped giving her money. I'm like, no, don't say that.
No.
Are you serious? No. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I think people need to understand what, when people suggest that, right? I want people to understand what they mean, all right? A lot of us, if you are very honest, right? A lot of us have taken up a responsibility beyond our immediate families. You get that?
Exactly.
Where we have actually like taken them up past. So people are saying that maybe you just have to kind of review all those extra spendings and all those extra kind of subsidy, right? Or sometimes
I don't even disagree with
decision. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Maybe look at the people who you feel that should be able to do things for themselves. Just suppose that against the people exactly. Against the people who you know that if you were not able to support them, then that that would be problematic for them, as opposed to people who can actually go out and try and find something for themselves. Okay, so there are two different categories, but I still feel like I understand where Lady Beatrice is coming from, and I just been listening to your show, and I think the best thing, because we cannot all match to Abuja, but we can definitely match to the government parastatals that are closest to us, the state governments, local governments, and things like that. And the only way to do that is actually to sensitize the people to understand what their problem is. Because I feel now people don't really understand the depth or the gravity of the problem that the government poses to themselves. If they understand that the reason why you're not able to afford, you don't have good hospitals is down to the government. There's no work is down to the government. There's no light is down to the government. The roads, poor infrastructure is down to the government. As soon as people begin to understand that the gravity of the problem that the government has posed in their life and the impact that it has, then you can ginger them to go there. Well, I'm asking people to travel all the way to Abuja.
You know what somebody said? Cham, you know what somebody said? He said, wait till everybody, watch people. If I am kidnapped, I beg of you not to raise any money for me for ransom. What I want you to do for me is this. Every day that I spend in the captivity of the kidnappers, every politician you see every day, throw them in the lagoon. So for example, let's say this is day one that I have been kidnapped. Don't raise money for me. Don't do anything. Just leave me with them, okay? He said, just go around. If na local government councillor you see anywhere, or local government chairman, ex-politician, ex-office holder, any politician where you see, just grab them, take them to the lagoon, drop them. Day two, they said, that guy said, watch you. If they drop about, before they drop 5 to 6 politicians in the lagoon, they may actually call an they may actually call a national security emergency meeting. It's time for us to end all this. Well, it sounded like a joke, right? But there are people that will actually end up doing that in Nigeria someday.
Absolutely.
There are people,
even because
you get that. There are people that will be radicalized by all of this eventually. They are their family members or something will be taken. They are victim at a point. Then at the end of the day, they're like, you know what? I'm not even going to join these criminals. I'm going to be going after these politicians. And I will be, when every politician I take out, I will tell the word and say, Cham.
Maiyegun, that is what needs to happen. All of this aggression that we are, what they're throwing towards us, we need to channel it to the people that are the problem, the politicians. They are the problem. But again, like I said, it's sensitized. That's why I like your show. And that, again, I call it a show, these sessions that we have. I like your platform. I don't like calling it a show. But that's why I love the platform. But more people need to hear the message, and in a strong way, in a way that actually breaks the heart. Because if you're trying to make it all fun and games, then people are just going to take it lightly. But as you tell it so that, look at this Nabiha. In fact, I heard it and I started crying because I was like, okay, if this man is not able to raise this 60 million, they'll kill another doctor. They will kill another. And then we don't even know what they are putting those young girls through.
Right now.
Do you understand? We don't know what those young girls are going through, how they are being terrorized, And then they still have to, if God willing, they are able to come out of that situation, the trauma they will have to live with. I think it is enough for people to be angry. to be angry and hear this thing and let our blood boil so that we can go out there. But if you say, withhold your money, forget that. We need to sensitize the people. People need to hear the message. People need to hear it in a wrong way that that cuts the heart so that you can
something
go
that
out there. Otherwise,
gets you raging enough to know why you are angry.
Riled up.
People need to know why they are angry and what they want from that expression of
and
anger
what they want
rage.
Exactly, that every life that is gone, there is somebody, a politician who is responsible, who should be held responsible for that life, for Nabiha's life, for the life of every person, Nigerian, who has been kidnapped. They are responsible.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's my rant for the day.
And that's why I like you too, right? You always kind of, like they say, you're like the goat, you always deliver. I appreciate every contribution of yours because they are always timely, right? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Maiyegun.
Okay. So this is me giving us another update. Okay. So on somebody just surprised me on PayPal. You won't believe it, but I'll tell you how much now. Right. So I have seen your hand, Mr. Kazim, through the bank account on your screen. I have seen your hand and God bless you. Okay. Very well. So then on PayPal, I've got this donation. It's quite really impressive, I have to say. And sorry, I needed to, I don't know, I've got a list of them and they are all just like hang on. So I have you won't believe it too. It's like about £600. I'm just going to use your first name because I don't know if you would like me to call your full name, okay? But I'm just going to say Chike. And I suspected the Chike, my Chike, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to probably guess wrong, okay? So Chike Lue, I got your message, right? I don't know what currency you sent. I don't know. But I do know something about PayPal. They must have also taken out some money from this. So yeah, eventually I got like £560. That's probably like somebody will send me like $700, kind of, if it's dollars. But if it is here from the UK, like pounds. So PayPal just took some of it, and that is the, before now I had my dear Adeola Owodunni, right, who was like the top at the time with £500. I just have Chikelue now who just gave me £560. That's like what you are bidding for, God bless all of you. I don't know how much I mean to you, okay? And I believe that it is not money that is going to sort of show to me what I mean to you. But you see the intention of what you actually intend to do and what you have done, all of you, whether from $1 to $500, I mean, £1 to £500, right? You see the intention of you looking at me while you are seated there and decided, no, I'm going to support him. And you decided to. A lot of you may not understand that. And I may not be able to actually tell you in words. They mean something. In case if you don't know, giving is not by how much you have. You know that there are people who have so much. They just don't find it a thing of giving. And it's not wrong. It's all right. Where you will see some who don't really have much, but the little they are ready to share. People like myself, I'm ready to kind of share and all of that. And I feel better. So it takes something inside of you to just kind of want to give. It's not because you have or you don't have alone. I learned that. I mean, I kind of learned that somewhere. I'm sorry, ma'am, that I kept you waiting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, go on.
God bless you, man. No, I'm with you now. I just had to like quickly say those things before coming back. Sorry for
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Well done. Yeah, I've not done mine, but definitely we're going to do it soon.
There's no pressure.
And yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Everything you're doing, you said it means a lot to you. Just like what you're doing really means a lot to all of us, I believe. All of us. What I can say about all these things, see, the major problem we have in that country,
these people, these so-called elite, right? Because it's like sometimes even when I'm within them, I feel like maybe I'm the one something is really wrong with the way I think.
And you are not
But
wrong.
no,
By the time you finish saying your mind now, everybody will realize that you're not wrong. But I'm all ears, man.
I don't think I'm wrong. And because whenever I come to the program, I know that at least my those people that were really like-minded that would think the same way, you know. So it really gives me one kind like, oh, come on, woman, relax yourself. You're not the one that is wrong. They are wrong, and they are the one. They are the selfish people, you know. And because they believe and they're okay, right? And they don't even want to know anyone that is suffering out there. And they do know, but they don't really feel the pain because of their selfishness, you know, and they don't even bother to like know or to just like look at the another way, like, oh, how would these people be feeling? Especially those that they kidnapped, they kept them somewhere, and you know, even while they're there, just imagine what they will be going through, you know, and even after releasing them, how they will be feeling, you know, psychological effects on these people. They don't care. They don't even want to think that way. In as much it's not really like affecting them directly, they don't want to know what
do you not see why they are all buying bulletproof cars with billions of naira?
Exactly.
Building airports, right? So that they can fly there.
Yes.
And once they come out of the airport, they go straight into the bulletproof cars, right?
Exactly.
And the rest of the citizens,
so they don't have to
you
travel.
are on your own.
Yes, you are on your own. So they don't want to like travel on the road. They don't want to use road anymore, so that they use
private
flights.
jets.
So all this, So exactly. So the elite people, I think the youth, definitely. I don't really like Baba Obasanjo because of this. So I don't know that all of this. We know that we do have personal like grudges against them. It's not because of what they're doing and how they're treating people out there. I mean, the governance. That is what we know. Everyone, the effect.
You know, I do tell people. You know one thing, I tell people. I said, this is me. I mean, no matter how much I talk about all these people, I do not hate them. The reason why I can't hate them is because some people feels like the problems of Nigeria. Now, I believe that the problem of Nigeria is systemic. It doesn't matter who is that person or from where that person comes from that goes into that system.
It's a system.
It is going to give you the same results. It is what it is. Sure, you get now. So people like me will believe that, you know, if a Yoruba man is your president, I know what is going to happen. If an Igbo man is your president, I know what is going to happen. But sometimes some people feels like, some people feels like, you know, if what do you call it? If you expose them, it is because you hate them. I don't hate people. Sure, you get it. Hate is a very strong word. And I'm talking about me.
Exactly.
I do not question people who say I hate them.
Me.
I hate this, I hate that. I do not question you. But for me, it is a strong word.
But it's not for me.
Sure, you get now. So I just believe that the system, it is the system that is producing these criminals, allowing them to emerge. If that system is indeed you know, a proper system, people like this will have no chance of getting closer to power. It's impossible.
Maiyegun, you know what?
Yes, ma'am.
They are the one that created the system.
They did.
The system is just a word. Right? It's just a word. They are the one that made the system like that. And they do it just for their own benefit.
That's right.
Because if the system has not been like that, definitely they would not have anything much. They will have something to gain, but but so it won't be like this. You understand? So that is where they get their own stuff. That is what they I mean. That is what they want it to be. Exactly. They just made it. They mold the system to be like that.
Yes.
So and for them, for their own benefit, not for any other thing.
Me and you can be complaining about it. That it's not working. It's not working. But that's me and you.
Yes.
When it comes to them, it is working.
This is working.
They are getting everything they wanted to get from the system. The same system you say is not working. They are getting everything.
Yeah.
So it's
they're
working
getting everything.
So people need to.
So they don't lack anything.
They don't.
They don't lack anything.
No.
Yeah, they don't lack even their kids, their children. They don't have the grandchildren. They don't lack anything. All of them. They made Nigeria to be like that. Nigeria education is like that, and they're sending their own children out of the country. You know, to school. All of their children. None of them is in Nigeria. You know, all of them are outside the country.
Do you also know that?
So,
do you also know that, despite the fact that Nigerians give these criminals everything, to the point that they could send their children abroad to go and get education, the top schools, best schools all over the place, then you will say, okay, at least maybe Nigeria will now see something as a reward back from all these things we give to them, Abi. For example, let's say your children who went to all these best schools all over the world, right? When they return to Nigeria, they do not add any value to the system. They go back to Nigeria to continue to milk the system.
Yes, exactly. They don't have anything. They don't have any
they
value.
spend on them,
Nothing
sending them
to give
abroad
up.
to school.
They
come back, take up appointments, job they won't do, just to kind of get paid. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes, listen. When you go, see, sometimes I watch I'm just taking because I know it's not that busy today. People calling. Really so busy. Let me quickly say this. You know, there's this movie I watch on the Netflix. The Awusa Fulani movie. If you watch that movie, you just like picturing like, oh, this is Nigeria. This is exactly what these people are doing. You understand? You just be imagining the system, what they're doing within themselves, the looting, how they how they go to like bombard certain place and just destroy it. How their children will come back from abroad, take over, how they fix them up, how they will be begging them that you just have to take up this thing.
Like, why do you send your children abroad? You know? If they are not going to come back to Nigeria to add that value to that system.
Exactly. They're not ready.
There's no value. They just come back and say, they are back from London. Then the next thing you see them with the latest automobile. They are already multi-billionaires without working at all. No value, no nothing.
These people are cruel.
Where is Akpabiole's children? Ali, the school abroad, Abi. They are old enough to be working somewhere today. Like every other person, right?
You can. They're not doing that. They're not going to do that.
They are just there milking the system.
They're just milking. They're not nothing to give. Honestly, it's so sad, Maiyegun. And even our friends. Let me tell you something. You know, even those that are not in power, our friends, our so-called friends, the elite, among us. If you hear the way they talk, when I talk to some of them, when they say something, they're telling me like, you know, those people are in Nigeria. They say, oh, but you know, it's not that bad the way you say it. I said it's not that bad the way I say it, because you people, the thing is not really affecting you. Those people that are in the hands of kidnappers, they know it's that bad. Those people that are begging for food, they know it's that bad. Those people that they gave rice mixed with stones with sand, they know it's that bad. Yes, I said they know it's that bad. But you people, because you still go, you still can afford some certain things. You said it's not bad. I said, all well and good. Don't worry, go. I know breakfast. That's what I was now.
I know. I mean, I said it on this program too. I said we are all waiting disaster. Now, we may not be affected directly, but none of us here watching this broadcast this evening from America, from Canada, from all over the world, right, would wish that when your phone rings, it is the news of your family or relative that is being kidnapped, or a relative that is about to die because you have all the money, but there is no medical facility to take care of them. Things that will break you, that will make you scream and say, only if this my person is not in Nigeria, it will still be alive now. You know that feeling? All of us, it will affect you. That's my worst fear.
You understand?
Well,
but we shall see.
Youth should take, if youth, the thing is in hand of youth, mostly, honestly.
They must be
if they can
encouraged
go
and
out there,
empowered.
then when they are saying don't give people money back home, it's not like they know. I don't think they would really mean like don't give your mother or no, it might be immediate family. Honestly, you can do it for the young ones,
not like
especially
your mama,
those
your
young
papa. It
ones.
shouldn't be that kind
Not
of feeling.
just your papa and papa, but the young ones, all these aburos, and most of them, even especially those that still supporting this APC, you know. So you can really like, if you guys, you're supporting these people, and you still want me to be giving you my money,
I don't
right?
think that is
And then when I talk to you about it, when I talk about it, you say, "Oh, don't worry, it's going to fix it." Then let him fix it.
You know the one they will tell you that
then enjoy then.
Auntie me, well, no, you see, abroad, you are abroad. You don't understand. All of you are abroad. You
Exactly, that is what they say to me now. They always say,
now we day here.
And always let them, okay, deal with it. And that's what I always deal with it. You are there, deal with it.
Such people don't deserve your dollar. They don't deserve your penny.
They don't. That's what I mean. Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you
so much for that part. You see, one thing like Cham said about MaiyegunsDiary Politico is that it is original. Okay, people can feel like themselves. All right, Chike. So I was right. You see, I know Chike, and Chike know me. God bless Chike and God bless me. God bless the temple. God bless Chike. Chike, I do appreciate you, okay? You are such a wonderful person, all right? Your intention are so pure. And I can tell when I see a good person. I can tell. I can feel that. You are a very good person and God be with you. God bless you. You are such a generous person, like for real. Indeed. So thank you very much. Chike. And also, I think, do you know that I've actually, we've managed to raise over £2,000, Sha? Do you know that? Okay. We have raised over £2,000 so in the last 40 minutes or 45 minutes. Okay. And that is on, what do you call it? On Gofundme. We have £1,320. On PayPal, I sort of have about £700. Is that not over 2,000? In the bank account there, which is the Diaspora Radio bank account, I have like £130. That is over £2,000. That's over 3 million naira if I was to need this in Nigeria, you know? So that simply means that indeed, I am going to have a place that will be befitting and suiting for my liking and all to your own generosity. So God bless every one of you who participated in this set tonight. That's very classy. I got a lot of generous of you who are like deeply generous. That's what shuts the number up. We are currently over £2,200. I have a caller. Oh, I think I lost him. Are you still there? No, I lost the caller. So I had this caller and I kind of put them on note to quickly say my mind and thank Chike. Thank Chike. Thank Dr. Dre Sean. I always add this Dr. Dre in my head whenever I read about Sean. So to everybody who are still going to probably come across this video, I want to say, and they are still going to probably support this. So let's assume that in 2 weeks that we raise 15 grand, right? Let me tell you what this is going to do for me so that you have an idea, all right? Because normally when it comes to decoration, when it comes to all these furnitures and the rest of them, they don't really take much. But because I am going to be dealing with content that will be running into tens of thousands, you know what I mean? Content from like, now I have to have a place where my computers are not going to be like any other computers, okay? They are going to be like a special desktop computers who are going to be able to take in the loads and loads of all those documents, videos, pictures, and everything that are going to be used in that studio and all of that stuff. So you know what I mean, like storage stuff, right? So we're going to need the computers, like 2 of them. You know, you got to get up the printers. Then when you go into my studio, I'm going to need an extra, you know, microphones who are going to be like properly for the podcast in case if I have to have like multiple guests, for example, having about 5 people on my show, different people, and I will have to have adequate equipment to accommodate them and still keep the production very, very crisp. Okay, so I am going to get myself an extra camera. This time around, you are going to be watching Maiyegun. You see the way I'm talking right now. You are watching you are looking at my face, right? So when the studio comes to live, you're going to probably be seeing me. You see my whole body. You're going to see me from this angle, that angle, and this angle, and all of them are just to give you the kind of you know, context of. You will love it, I promise. So then when it comes to the real studio equipment, I need to do some few upgrades too, okay? Just add few one to this to give me what I'm planning to give to you. So now that I have seen your generosity indeed, which I have never really sort of, you know, lost on anyway. So I believe that it is now possible. In the next 2 weeks, yeah, maybe I will be lucky with you all and I will get... to that stage. So if you want to use the PayPal, you can copy the link in case if you are finding it difficult. If you look at the description of the video, the link is there. So you can copy the link, all right, and put it in a browser. Once you put it in a browser and you click go, it's so easy and straightforward, all right? It is going to take you straight to where you can easily make your donation, all right? And then once you make the donation and all that, it will give you the confirmation of it, and that's it. I will get the confirmation too. Okay. Sorry that your call dropped earlier. I really want to take maybe one more call, and then I can give you the final closure, and then we can call it a night. It's been a wonderful night so far, by the way. And I want to keep saying thank you to all the brethren in the Temple of Truth. You've never disappointed me. I'm always so, you know, I don't know. I've got this phobia. And that phobia is like me thinking, what are you going to do if nobody responds to this? Like, I don't know if you've kind of experienced that too, right? Even when you are so sure that you are not going to have any problem with this so thing, is all done, it's all fine, everything is fine. And then you get there. I mean, so before you get there, then you begin to have this mind like, okay, what if something goes wrong? What if people are not really interested in this? What if the Tinubu is affecting a lot of people and everybody's just putting up appearances? Like, am I even being kind of like considerate to think that some people will put the number and just give me their money just to support me and get me closer to my own goal too, right? So I kept doubting that, like, it's always all the time. But you know what? It's never a time that I ever regret asking for support, especially for like supporting other people, different causes and all of that stuff, right? I've never had any regrets, okay? And it seems that it is the same, and I'm so grateful to the kind of people around me. You are so wonderful. I have a caller. Hello.
Hi, Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good day. This is again Anthony from Austin, Texas.
Now you are in, and I'm so glad that you could get through tonight. This sounded so much like your idea, especially towards the end of last year. Now it is happening. Anthony.
Yes, I know, and I'm more than excited.
Amazing.
I'm more than excited. Let me, on behalf of the Temple of Truth, on behalf of Maiyegun General, thank everyone that have reached out so far immensely.
So,
like our general overseer has been saying, it's not just about the money, it's about the spirit. And the spirit I'm seeing is like blowing me off, blowing me away. I'm so excited. And thank you everyone that have reached out. May your pockets never run dry.
Amen.
And I want to give all of us a good news.
Please.
The Temple of Truth will come live. It's going to happen. No going back. No. It is going to happen.
And if anybody is doubting it before now, I think they should bury that doubt. You know what I mean? Because
the point,
Anthony, primarily, right?
Yes, sir.
We could pack ourselves like this and go into that same room and begin to still do the same thing there, right? But when we now have the support of everybody that knows that, okay, yeah, that's going to happen, it even makes more sense that way. Seriously, it is
absolutely, absolutely. And let me add to what you just said.
Yes, sir.
The truth is that we know those who ever doubted that it was going to happen were not our people in the first place anyway. So I don't care about them. And I don't think anybody who is listening to you or hearing my voice now cares about those people. We know them and we know where they belong. So they should stay there and why we do our thing.
That's right.
So thank you for getting the ball rolling, and thank you everybody who has done something so far. Let me just quickly say something. In fact, the main contribution I want,
go on.
Yeah, the main contribution I wanted to be is just to show my excitement as to the fact that what we're discussing towards the end of this last year is already happening. So that is the excitement I wanted to show. I'm so happy. To God be the glory. Anyways, on the national.
Go on,
yes,
please.
my brother. Yes, my brother. Yes. On the national level, what my sister that just spoke, what she talked about really touched me. It hit home. The other caller was talking about us boycotting sending money to Nigeria. And my sister came on to say something. And what she said was the truth. As a matter of fact, the people who are stealing the nation dry are people who are in Abuja. They are just this little circle of individuals that do not care whether our brothers and sisters in the remote villages, whether they live or die. And we will not, they say you cannot, because you're angry with your something to spike your face. I don't know, I can't remember that.
They said that you cannot cut your nose to spite your face.
To spike your face,
like, exactly. It's like, yes, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. So I relate with what she said, but to just support what the earlier caller before our mommy that called, what I would think is the right thing is let people stop anything called capital investment in Nigeria for now. When it comes to supporting our brothers and sisters or parents back home to be able to live, I don't think anybody should encourage anyone not to do that, because I will not say it. I will not leave my younger ones
it's not really practicable. Let us be honest.
It's not practicable. It's not practicable. But when you look at the aspect of serious investment, people going home to build houses or to set up businesses or something that will require a serious, a high level of capital
financial
outlay.
Commitment. So a place financial where you're likely not going to go to, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Just those are the areas that we can keep away for now. For those of us that are in the diaspora,
yes.
Anybody who says he trusts a Milokon and he trusts his government so much, they can go ahead and do whatever they want. If they have $1 million and they want to go and drop it there,
great.
So in a place where in a couple of months they will not even be able to visit the factory because of insecurity, let them go ahead. But for those who have ears, let them hear. Then on the final note, somebody talked about what Obasanjo said, the call Obasanjo made, and all that. There's nobody that have supported the youth like Obasanjo. He has his own baggage. That is fine and good. We all have baggages. But he has always spoken up. He's never been somebody that will see what is going on and say, keep quiet. Right from when his own party,
he's been
Jonathan all the way down.
He's
been writing letters. Yes. So he has always been speaking up. Now it is left for us. Our mommy talked about the fact that people will go out and will get killed and all that. But look, there's a simple thing that I wish that these so-called opposition parties can do. It may not be 100% effective nationwide, but can you imagine if let us even say the opposition parties, Showore, Obi, Atiku, all the people that have voices come out and say, for what is going on in Nigeria, for the case of insecurity, let us observe a seat at home. Let us observe a seat at home, even if it is twice in a week, that people shouldn't go out, to send a message to the government that we cannot accept this endless killing because of insecurity. We cannot accept the fact that people are dying in their homes because of hunger. This is enough. This is the kind of protest that nobody will say, oh, I cannot participate because I am disabled or because I don't have transport money. What we are saying is, cripple the economy, don't come out. Stay at home. That protest is enough to send the message to the people in government if they have the ears to hear. That is just my last
so many
submission.
of them. It's just like the fear of I don't want to die, but yet people are dying. Sure, you get
but yeah,
the fear of
but
the economy is gonna. What are we going to be eating if we don't go to work? But what are you eating now that you are going to work? You know what I mean?
That's
like,
funny.
But again, right? Again, a lot of people will never, see things same as you. Just same way you will probably not see things same as them too. But at the end of the day, sense will finally kind of come to every one of them. You know what I mean? Like sense will eventually.
I know. And we everybody last everybody must chop breakfast.
No, now the kind of breakfast
we
go chop, we don't know.
I read a tweet somebody put out that bad governance is like a stray bullet. It does not choose who it will hit.
It doesn't.
That is my last word for tonight. Thank you,
Anthony. Right? Thank you very. Excuse me. Thank you so much for that. Okay. I think I am going to make this caller my last caller tonight. Okay. And you are calling me on the hour. So calling me on the hour means you are going to be on the beat and on the roll for just a short time. So how are you, sir?
MG, good evening. It's a pleasure that I spoke with you. I always the last man standing.
Egunla. Okay.
Yeah.
So we take that as as a blessing of his own as well to all of us here. You know, Baba?
Yes, Baba. Break up Nigeria now and save lives. Break up Nigeria now and save lives. I mean, break it up and save many lives from destruction, from physical destruction, mental destruction, and spiritual destruction. Maiyegun, may God bless you and your family and all members of the Temple of Truth. And I said, I foresee something for you. I put it on this thing that I foresee the multinational media will hire your brain. One day, it is you that will dictate, will tell them your price. It will come to pass.
Well,
do you
know that I have a dream, and that dream is that like everybody else has been trying to say, how do we get this out there? How do we make this out there? And all of that. And I was like, I will do my best and work so hard. And, like I've always been, to ensure that that come to pass, right? Then I said, one day, you see this Glasgow, we are going to have a whole building that's going to be Maiyegun's building to start with, right? And inside, where you have like hundreds, if not thousands, of seats of people who come from all over the world to say, I booked that appearance, right? I want to listen to him live, not watch him live. And in that regard, when things get to that stage, right? You see that your prayer, and that prayer point, it will fit perfectly well. And I will make all of you proud, I promise. You know that.
Put today's date down. I'm not a prophet, but sometimes when things drop in my mind, I just say it. And I thank God for that. Because you see people with a good heart, with a good mind, with a good spirit like you, things drop on their knees. And they are the one that will just say, I want to take it. I don't want to take it. So it's your choice. But you are gonna give them something and they will buy it. And you say this is what you want. It's not thousands, so it's gonna be millions. And the time is is knocking on the door, brother.
Amen to
I
that.
just say,
I know. God bless you, Baba. You know, I am happy. I am happy that I have people like yourself and then tens of thousands of others out there who are rooting for me. And just like I was at a meeting today and we're talking about those who like a scandal around Maiyegun, something that they can use to say, we told you, Shebi, we told you. We have been telling you and this and that, right? I said, I mean, one of our members was like, Maiyegun, there are many people who probably hope that someday, one day, something like that will happen. But we who are closer to you knows, right? That there are some certain things that will never happen. But others may not know. She gets it. So, which is the fact that, you know, higher sort of this kind of a support comes with higher responsibilities too, doesn't it? That you have to be like, thank you so much, Baba. I appreciate that. So it's because our time is so up anyway. So, but I'm glad that I didn't miss that or ignore that call. You know, you just drop a prophecy that everybody just kind of listen to now. Now we have something to look forward to in the coming years. You know,
it's gonna come to pass, Maiyegun.
God bless you, Baba.
Good night.
And you have a good one too. Okay. Good night, sir. Now, tonight I want to say a big thank you to everyone. And just like I said, right? So you see, this is the lease agreement. I don't know if my camera is going to be able to. Let me see if I can take the name of the company out. Sure, you get. Okay, let me do like this. But I don't know if my camera is going to be able to cover that enough for you. But it says something link here. Between that and Diaspora Radio International. And then you have all the agreement, all the section, this section, that's of Scotland Act of housing, this or that, okay? And then we have everything signed here. This is let me see if my camera will pick it. I've got a great camera. It should be able to pick it, but you know, that's it. So that's my signature there as Maiyegun. And this is the map to our office when it is finally, you know, you won't get wahala, right? So this is going to be our office. You see that one that says 2 suit 211? That is going to be the MaiyegunsDiary Politico studio here in Glasgow. And it is also going to serve as a liaison office for Yoruba Union. It's also going to be the office for the Diaspora Radio International online radio. So it's going to also serve as well as the meeting place for the think tanks of liberation and this struggle. I am going to be out there this year. I am going to be physically out there. But like I told you before, I may not be able to put that into words for you to understand what I mean by I'm going to be out there. Now, our situation, our things are going to go beyond just talking now. Here you get, we are about to start something that I would rather keep at the top chest of my pocket, okay? But for those who probably could envisage what that means, right? It simply means that this 2024, starting from this 2024, we are going to go beyond just talking now or hoping that somebody listen and do what we are talking about. No, we are going to actually do things. Well, I'll leave it at that. So this first night, you have been so generous and kind and responsive. So in the last 1 hour, we have been able to on GoFundMe. I'll give you the update before I go to bed, okay? So on GoFundMe, this is what we have. £1,340, okay? That's quite substantial, by the way. So that is probably nearly 2 million naira your money. Those guys have destroyed Nigeria money. And it is actually painful. It's not something anybody should be proud of, okay? So that somebody hold £1,000 and it's 1.6 million naira. That's a lot of money. But not a lot of money too, right? So thank you so much for that. On my PayPal, I have £710. So if you add that 700 there, it's going to be £2,040 or £2,050. Okay. And also on the donor box, somebody went onto the donor box on my YouTube. There's a link on my YouTube page. It's called donor box. You can also donate money to me, by the way. So this individual, sorry, like I said, I am just going to call probably your first name. You know yourself, Chris. Thank you. I got your support there. Okay. And thank you very much for that. Okay. Then in my bank, I have 180 pounds. Because somebody also added their DS to the bank account on the screen. So I should call your name just to say thank you as usual, right? Because it is what you know, it is what we should do. Say thank you to those. All right. So yours is coming. This one is coming from Timsy Ventures. I don't know if you are cool with that. Okay, but thank you. I won't say it again, but Timsy, thank you. I got your 50 pounds right here in the UK. So 180 pounds, 1,340 pounds, 710 pounds. Almost the bottom line is that, I got 2,230 pounds. That's it. And that is more than 3 million of your money, right? I kind of love to say it that way. Right, just so I can feel good and say, oh, that's a lot of money. So thank you very much to every one of you who has been very great. Very supportive tonight. Okay, my target is 15,000 pounds. I know that's a lot. Yeah, that's the target. So, but we don't have to contribute 15,000 pounds. Okay, if it's contributed, I will be so grateful. But we don't have to. If we don't make 15 grand, every penny right now is like already kind of like buying every block of the foundation of the temple we're about to lay. You know that? So I'm grateful. Tomorrow is another night. I'm going to share the link again tomorrow. We're going to do this again tomorrow. We're going to do it again and again and again until the end of the month. All right. When I would then look at my budget, look at what I have. If I have any personal money I'm adding there, right? I get to know what I was going to do, cash. And then all of that. So once I'm able to kind of put that together, from the 1st of February, I will be able to take you into that place. Promise. So thank you to everyone. I am going to see you some other time. Until then, right? Remember, like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to my channel, and you will never miss anything. Good night.
Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.